listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know that customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Good morning and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you with us this morning. We are here to remind you that small business is big business and your business is our business. Good morning.
Good morning.
It is going to be a lovely day here in the Denver city. High of 91 degrees. Guess what? The sun's going to come up in just about 30 minutes. 5:39 a.m.
All right.
I learned that from the interweb.
Okay.
Going to be sunny, high 91. Winds now out of the northwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. And a low tonight of 60, which means it's going to be a perfect day.
Nice. All right. We'll take it.
There you have it.
Take it.
It's, you know what time it is.
It's time.
It is time for You Choose the News. This is the game show at the top of the hour that has very little to do with the news, but we're going to give it to you anyways because sometimes it makes you giggle. That's exactly right. And boy, we've got some interesting stories here. You kids and your Pokemon, stay out.
Okay.
That's one. 911, I've got something to report.
Okay.
Okay. A Texas town has reversed an eviction. Okay. And then if we get to it, there's a bonus one. And it's food fight.
Oh, but I can't start with food fight?
No, you may not.
I have to wait until the others.
That's correct.
All right, well, let's get moving.
All right, which one would you like? Texas town?
Pokemon.
Pokemon. You kids and your Pokemon, stay out. In Darwin, Australia, Northern Territory Police warned users of a new GPS-based Pokemon game to stay out of their station on their search for in-game rewards. A new app has created, apparently. This is Pokemon Go, a mobile app that encourages players to use their smartphone's GPS to track down digital creatures from the Pokemon video game series, launched in Australia on Tuesday, and prompted one police station to issue a warning to players after it was listed as a point of interest in the game. It's a scavenger hunt, right?
Yeah, right.
You're going on a scavenger hunt.
Okay.
Well, the police station was listed in the game, and the officers are having none of it. No. You can't just walk in here and get your reward.
No?
Or whatever that is.
Well, why not?
Because they don't like it that way. According to the game's website.
No fun and games there.
No, it's according to the game's website, real world locations, including police stations, can be designated as Pokestops that grant users beneficial items that allow them to complete certain tasks in the game. Mm-hmm. Look for Pokestops located in interesting places such as public art installations, blah, blah, blah. Northern Territory Police, Fire, and Emergency Services announced in a Facebook post that players do not need to physically enter the police station to receive the reward offered by the game. I think it's kind of a novel way to keep a video game interesting.
Oh, absolutely.
Keep kids on the streets.
The kids, my kids have played some different games, and it takes them over to the mall and takes them to all these different locations, and they're having a great time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Keep those kids on the streets. We've got 911, I'd like to report a crime. Or Texas town reverses an eviction.
Let's do that.
The Texas town of White Settlement, the city council in White Settlement has voted to evict, the same city council that voted to evict the local library's beloved cat, reversed the decision weeks later, with one councilman blaming that Facebook thing for the controversy. The White Settlement City Council voted unanimously Friday to overturn its June 14th decision to evict Browser the cat from the White Settlement Public Library, where the feline has resided for the past 6 years. Mayor Ron White, who opposed the June 14th decision to evict Browser, welcomed the reversal.
So there was controversy online. They decided to evict the kitty cat.
Online controversy for feline. Yeah.
But he's back. It's all good.
He's
all
back.
Well. Okay. But wow, this is what their meetings were about.
So Mr. White says, the mayor of the town, he says, I don't think they understood what they had done to begin with and how it would affect everybody. He actually reported that to ABC News. And here we are reporting it on Experience Pros Radio Show. All right, 911. I'd like to report a crime.
Okay.
Cannot make this up. The city is Humpty-Doo, Australia. Humpty-Doo. That's what it is.
That's where you're moving to, isn't it?
Right? It could be a fun place.
Right.
An Australian man called the police to complain that his father just burned all his cannabis plants after they got into an argument.
Oh.
Police arrived at the home in Humpty-Doo in the Northern Territory at 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday as the angry son confessed to illegally possessing the marijuana plants to report his father's actions. This enraged the son. He called us and told us everything, basically, said the duty superintendent Jorgensen, which is what they call the local popo. Police said the fighting between father and son had come to a head after the son moved in a short time ago. I understand this. I do. As retribution, his father burnt the son's prized cannabis plants in a bonfire on the property. The son felt this was wrong and reported the matter to the police. According to the police, no charges were lodged against the son as the plants had been destroyed, but officers were left shaking their heads at the situation. The evidence had been destroyed as has the son's reputation. People don't usually come forward to say their drug stash has been destroyed or stolen, but there you go.
Right.
Humpty-Doo.
Right? It's like those interns, doing the, getting the, what do you call it? Everybody to sign the petition to change the dress code, right?
Right.
This
is cutting off our nose to spite our face.
Right. Okay.
All right. And now we've made it to the bonus round. You're familiar with pizza rolls, right? Those little
pizza rolls,
pockets of pasta, not pasta, but pizza.
Pizza sauce,
and
dough.
Deep fried and frozen for your pleasure. Well, a couple in North Carolina were taken into custody, and if I can get my computer to play right, I will scroll to taken into police custody after authorities say the two assaulted each other with pizza rolls. Food fight! According to the police, the incident occurred around 1 a.m. on Independence Day when Brad Scott Beard, 24, and Samantha Brooke Kneep, 21, got into an argument and began throwing pizza rolls at each other. These could be dangerous. I mean, they're certainly not healthy.
Well, have you ever bitten into freshly baked?
Oh, scorching hot.
Right? Yeah, these are like little fire bombs.
Right. According to their Facebook pages, these two were in a relationship, but it's unclear what caused the fight, how many pizza rolls were thrown during the incident, or what the brand was. That's right. What brand pizza rolls were we talking? And this, your extra credit bonus round.
Lucky me.
Don't get burned. Are you using sunscreen correctly?
What do you mean, am I using sunscreen correctly?
That's actually the headline of the
How can you?
deal. Well,
if you're using it.
Oh, really? Skin cancer is the most common cancer in the U.S. It's also the most preventable, says the clinical associate professor of dermatology at NYU. But even if you're fully committed to wearing sunscreen, and I know that you pretty much are, Angel, you do pretty well with that sunscreen thing.
Although all evidence to the contrary, you wouldn't know it by looking at me.
I'm not
your
burned. SPF has to be 0, but you absorb color better than anybody I've ever known. You could be fully committed to wearing sunscreen. Good intentions aren't enough, though. In order to get the most protection from that bottle, it's critical you slather right. I like the word slather. For those guilty of committing the 10 common sunscreen sins below, remember this: a little extra care will pay off big time in the end. Number 1, you don't use it every day. Number 2 is missing. Number 3.
What number 2 is missing? Number 2 is missing.
The printer has obfuscated number 2. It says this is the text underneath number 2 that we don't know what the headline is. If you're using a lotion-based sunscreen and the goal is to cover exposed skin all over your body, you should. How much you're using? you should approximately use a shot glass's worth.
Yeah, I think that most people don't use enough sunscreen.
I clearly don't.
Because you should use about an ounce.
How expensive that stuff is?
You use about an ounce every time that you use it. So if you buy an 8-ounce bottle of sunscreen, it should only last you 8 applications.
And by the way, that 10-ounce spray
38.
can, that 10-ounce spray can goes a lot faster. You don't reapply. These are the sins of sunscreen users.
Yes.
You're using the wrong SPF. The American Academy of Dermatology still says 15 for regular days, 30 plus for pool days. You don't know chemical from physical sunscreens. You think your clothing's got you covered. You're a sunscreen hoarder. That means you saved it for years.
Oh, yeah, that's
it's
no good,
outdated.
right?
There's lots of things. I'll post this because it's a fun article and it's your health. Folks, don't go anywhere. We got a great show for you today. This is Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM. Let's talk about America's Wellness Clinic, where they are addressing two of the greatest concerns today, especially as people get older: health and financial well-being. Feeling perpetually unfocused, sluggish, tired, or exhausted? For about the same cost as a daily cup of coffee, America's Wellness Clinic offers applications that can boost blood circulation, enhance energy, reduce stress, manage sleep, help mental acuity, and give regenerative abilities for sports and work injuries. Over 100,000 Americans die each year from adverse prescription drug reactions. America's Wellness Clinic provides a simple test that reveals which prescription drugs will work best for you. Soon, America's Wellness Clinic will be providing a non-invasive cancer predisposition test, analyzing 31 genes linked to 8 of the most prevalent and devastating cancers. And what about your financial well-being? The professionals at America's Wellness Clinic provide continuous seminars and information about reverse mortgages, insurance, tax and estate planning, long-term care, college funding sources, alternative investments, and much more. Let America's Wellness Clinic provide you with sensible health and wealth solutions. Call 303-985-4604 or visit them online at americaswellnessclinic.com.
What's for dinner?
You're exhausted after a long day at work and a heck of a commute. The last thing you want to do is cook a meal. You need Chef Curry's Cuisine. Chef Curry's Cuisine can make family dinner fun again by preparing home-cooked meals by a local Denver chef. Chef Curry will do the shopping, cook 2 weeks of Monday through Friday dinners, provide the packaging and cleanup too. All of Chef Curry's meals are made with the freshest ingredients, and you get to choose them from a large variety of proteins and sides. So next time you hear,
What's for dinner?
you can say Chef Curry's Cuisine. No more hassles, just healthy, fresh meals for you to enjoy. Visit chefcurryscuisine.com and get details on weekly menus, along with brand new catering options for your private parties or office functions. Or call 720-404-2798. That's 720-404-2798. Go on, add some spice to your meals. Start with Chef Curry's Cuisine.
Hey, it's Hugh Hewitt. The best conservative conference of them all has finally made its way to Colorado. This is Hugh Hewitt, and I'm looking forward to the 2016 Red State Gathering at the Grand Hyatt Hotel in Denver, August 12th through 14th. It's a weekend packed with all-star speakers, fun-filled receptions, hundreds of patriotic friends, just 90 days before the election. Speakers include Rick Perry, Colorado Congressman Ken Buck will be there, along with some of your favorites from 710 KNUS, including Peter Boyles, Town Hall's Katie Pavlik and Guy Benson, Hot Air's Ed Morrissey. We've also invited South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, Senator Ted Cruz, among other elected officials. We expect to hear from them soon. Attendees at this year's Red State Gathering will be able to participate in activism training, learn the latest issue updates from the program tracks on criminal justice reform and crony capitalism. Seats are going quickly, so reserve your spot today. Use discount code DENVER to save $50 off registration. Visit redstate.com for more information. The Red State Gathering in Denver. It's one political party you won't want to miss.
As the school year draws to a close, so many parents are wondering how they will help their kids occupy their time without the influence of TV, video games, and the internet. This year, consider Chile, Colorado Camps for your child or teen. Located close to home in Estes Park, Chile, Colorado Camps believes that every summer in a young person's life is a window of opportunity. An opportunity to provide meaningful experiences that will nourish their body and spirit. An opportunity to put aside the competitive demands of school and sports. Chile, Colorado Camps will take the time to make sure your child or teen slows down and explores the world around them. At Chile, Colorado Camps, your child or teen will go hiking, horseback riding, backpacking, whitewater rafting, and so much more. What better way to discover new strengths without outside pressures or expectations than to get out of the city and come camp at Chile, Colorado Camps? For more information or to sign up for camp this year, visit Chile.com. Again, that's Chile.com. Revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. This quite possibly could be the most fun 3 hours of your entire business day.
Well, we are having a good time. Good morning to you. Found a fun little article on socialconsciousness.com. Top 37 things you will regret when you are old. But I am pretty sure the person who wrote this is like 23.
Oh.
And here's why. Because the number one thing, the first thing on the list of things you'll regret when you're old is not traveling when you had the chance. And I think about, you wouldn't think that's somebody young.
No.
Somebody young would say, right? But
no.
Have you ever had the chance to travel or go on a trip or experience something, but a situation changed and all of a sudden that opportunity was gone?
Yes.
Right? That happens all the time.
Sure.
But here's the little kicker that this author writes. So not traveling when you had the chance. She says traveling becomes infinitely harder the older you get, especially if you have a family and need to pay the way for 3 plus people instead of just yourself. So I'm thinking, she thinks the older you get is when you start having a family. I was thinking the older you get was after
when
the
you
family.
drop the kids.
Right after.
Yeah.
Right? So she's in this before you have a family phase, right?
She is.
But not traveling when you have the chance. And it's true.
She's probably a 30-something with 2 kids.
Have some
maybe
friends,
3.
right? I should have traveled in my 20s, right? But now I've got kids.
Well,
it's harder to do.
I do agree, though, with the premise. If you don't travel and you have the chance, yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I would regret that.
Right.
I so desperately want to go to a place.
A place?
Yeah.
A place.
I want to visit France. I really do.
For a guy who just a few years ago hadn't taken a vacation in 12 years.
I've been cured.
Right? Yeah, you're drinking from the Kool-Aid now.
Absolutely. All right. What else do we regret?
Not learning another language.
Okay. All right.
Staying in a bad relationship.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Mm-hmm.
Right? And she says no one ever gets out of a bad relationship, looks back and wish they had.
Without wishing they had
made the move sooner.
Yeah,
right?
I could quote 14 years that I knew my relationship was over with my wife. And I stayed in it for the kids, as most people do. Yeah.
Well, you just talked about sunscreen and the sins of sunscreen. This is one of the regrets she says you'll regret when you are old is foregoing sunscreen.
Yeah, you looked great when you were 20, but now
skin cancer, right?
Wrinkles, moles, skin cancer. Yep.
Protect yourself. Protect your skin. Missing the chance to see your favorite musicians.
Yep.
Right? No, I'll just catch them next time.
No, you won't. They're all dying.
Right?
Sorry to say it, but it's true. It's been a bad year for musicians.
Failing to make physical fitness, a priority.
Oh, can I put a little asterisk on this one?
Sure.
How about failing to stretch before you make physical fitness a priority?
Well, you shouldn't stretch cold muscles.
Something bad happened.
Something bad happened?
Something bad happened. I would love to tell you that yesterday I fell out of an airplane. What do you call that?
Skydiving?
Parachute did not deploy, and I just took one for the team. That didn't happen. I would love to tell you that I was lifting 100-pound weights and doing cool stuff. That didn't happen.
What'd you do? Trip over a dumbbell?
No, I sat down.
You sat down?
I literally just sat down on the ground, and as I was sitting, the bending of my left knee caused it wasn't a bagown, it wasn't it just, it was one of those.
Oh.
And it's still there.
So I have a friend who...
I got kicked out of my own fitness class.
Well, yeah, because you weren't listening to your body.
I got kicked out.
The person who's limping then runs on the treadmill. Yeah. We're like, you should not be running. I'm limping. It's all good.
I was going easy. She says go easy. And 5 miles an hour for me is easy.
Walking.
But after 3/4 of a mile, going 5 miles an hour was not so easy.
Right, yeah. So, if you're not going to listen to your body, then your trainer will tell you. Anyways, physical fitness. I think a lot of times we get very sedentary in your older years. I have a friend who has 2 young boys, and he was describing his weekend. Yeah. And they'd gone on this hiking trip, this camping thing, and then they did this like 3-on-3 basketball game. And
don't they know we're too damn old for that?
I told him he's going to live to be 1,000,000, right? Because of how active he is.
I'm falling apart.
Right? Not quitting. So other things you'll regret when you are old is not quitting a terrible job.
Okay, sure. Right? Everybody's got to pay the bills, but if you can't be happy, you wake up one day and you've spent 40 years in hell.
How about this one? Not realizing how beautiful you are. You're a beautiful person, right?
Aww.
Being afraid to say I love you.
Yeah, there's people who hold that back.
Not listening to your parents' advice.
Mom and Dad were right. Let's just get it over and done with.
Right? You've seen all the fun little memes. Caring too much about what other people think about you.
That should be number 1.
Right? And honestly, they don't really think that much about you. Supporting others' dreams over your own.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
It's beautiful to support others, but not when it means you never get to shine. Not moving on fast enough.
We already talked about relationships.
Right, but now so you were in a bad relationship, but now you're out of a relationship.
Oh,
Time to move on.
Time to move on. Yeah,
Time to move on.
Don't hold on to that stuff.
Right.
All right.
Holding grudges, especially with those you love.
Yeah, gosh, life's too short for a grudge.
Yeah.
It really is.
Not standing up for yourself.
Okay.
Not volunteering enough.
Volunteering is actually very rewarding.
It is. It really is. Neglecting your teeth. These are top 37 things you'll regret when you are old. Brush, floss, get checkups, clean your teeth.
Yeah.
Right?
It'll all seem so maddeningly easy when you have dentures.
Oh.
It's true.
How about this one? Missing the chance to ask your grandparents questions before they're gone.
I missed that chance because they all died before I got the chance.
Right.
I was 2.
Right.
Okay.
Working too much.
Yeah.
Not learning how to cook at least one awesome meal.
We're going to have Chef Curry in the studio later in the show, and I'm so excited because that guy knows how to make one delicious meal.
You think?
He makes more than one, but have you ever? We tried his beer cheese mac and cheese. Oh, and it's got bacon.
Not stopping enough to appreciate the moment.
I think that's an important piece. Appreciating the moment. I think that's what I actually brought to our relationship, you and me. When I met you, it was, it's 10:04, and so I must go and go watch Friends now. And slow down, smell the roses.
That wasn't it. Slow down, smell the roses.
Totally me.
It wasn't. It wasn't
me.
totally.
That's my contribution to our friendship.
Okay, failing to finish what you start.
Yeah.
Right, you have big dreams of becoming, a nurse or whatever you were going to do, but then you didn't finish.
Talking about things you're going to regret when you're old, folks, and old is a state of mind.
How about this one? I don't have this one.
What?
Mastering one awesome party trick. You are a party trick in a box. That's what you bring to the table.
I did bring to the table. I spent many years as a magician touring the country and the world and stuff. So at parties, I'm a kick in the pants. But you've got a party trick, don't you?
No.
You don't have anything?
I don't have anything, no.
Oh, girl, we must fix this.
I need a party trick.
Well, you know what? You are the party, though. Everybody hangs around you and just wants to be near you. You are the party, not the trick. But you're the party. We got to go.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Oh.
But the good news is, right after the news, we're going to come back and do more of this. You're listening to Denver's Money Talk, 1690 KDMT. We're the experienced pros. I almost choked and died. We'll recover and be right back.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show. Contact them on the web at Experience.
Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. 2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no
The Colorado Business Roundtable brings you Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. Hear from key leaders in Colorado's business community, advocating for proactive business policies that strengthen the economy and help business grow and thrive in Colorado, as well as helping to make Colorado the best place to live now and for generations to come. Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 and MoneyTalk1690.com. If you or a loved one has had your life turned upside down due to an accident, call Jeremy Cave. He'll work day and night to get you the money you're entitled to. Unlike a lot of attorneys today, Jeremy Cave makes house calls, and he's there for you every step of the way. Cave Law understands that many of you folks who listen to this station prefer to have a lawyer who sees things from your point of view. Well, Cave Law thinks it's time to put the personal back into handling personal injury. Call Jeremy Cave today, 720-213-3737. Jeremy Cave only gets paid when you do. Call Cave Law now for a free at-home consultation. 720-213-3737. If you're injured in an accident, call 720-213-3737. Or check out their brand new website, cavelawyer.com. That's cavelawyer.com. Personal and caring service from Cave Law. Call Jeremy today at 720-213-3737 or visit cavelawyer.com.
Can you hear your garage door shake, rattle, and roll throughout your home every single time it goes up or goes down? Hi, this is Dave Logan. I talked to Don at Don's Garage Door about this problem, and they have new garage door systems that are really quiet. Now, I've used Don's Garage Doors at my house, found them to be knowledgeable and fairly priced. They're great. You should call them at 303-794-0604, 303-794-0604, or check out donsgaragedoors.com. Hi, this is Dave Logan for Don's Garage Doors. You know, putting in a new garage door not only increases the curb appeal of your home, but it also makes it easier to sell. I was talking to Don the other day, and he told me it's the best investment, dollar for dollar, that you can make in your home. All I know is that I've had Don's Garage Door out to my home, and I trust him. Great work at a great price. Call Don's Garage Door today at 303-794-0604, or you can check him out at donsgaragedoors.com.
Take it like it is and make it like you want it. You've heard that before, right? Well, that applies to your home too. But maybe you don't know exactly how to get it done or what the options might be. Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. How about starting with a call to us? For over 30 years, our family company's been designing and completing first-rate kitchens and baths that, frankly, your neighbors would be jealous of. Where to start, Todd?
Dad, they just need to call us. We can help. And now's the time. At Done Right, we offer only the finest cabinet resurfacing, custom cabinets, tub and shower upgrades, and full kitchen and bath redesigns. Simply call us for a free in-home estimate, and you'll see how your unique kitchen and bath fantasies will become your reality.
Come on, folks, get her done. Once and for all. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors, and even replacement windows and doors. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Done Right. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or drhi.com.
Want a heavy-duty American-made vacuum that makes the others look like they? Come to All Ray's Vacuum and Sewing, where service and quality still count. All Ray's Vacuum is the oldest vacuum location in town for over 35 years. With over 200 makes and models on display and over 10,000 bags, belts, and parts in stock, you'll be sure to find what you need. So visit All Ray's for all your vacuum and sewing machine needs at 3740 South Broadway, just south of Hamden, or visit them online at allraysvacuum.com. The Experience Pros radio show, home of the original Fan Braggin Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric right here in Denver, Colorado. That's right. It is Thursday, July 7th, and what a beautiful day we're going to have. High of 91 degrees with winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour out of the northwest. Sunset tonight, 8:30 p.m. I think I'm going to miss that.
Are you going to miss it?
I hope so.
You hope so? Okay. We'll be around for the sunrise.
I plan on making missing the sunsets, which breaks my heart because I love the sunsets. But I hope to be asleep by then.
All right.
And the rest of the week, pretty much the same. Partly cloudy or mostly sunny, all in the 90s, 93, 94, 96, 90, and 91 degrees. That's your weather forecast. By me.
By you.
And
all right.
Special shout out to listener Susan for conversing with us. You know, when we say that we want to interact with our listeners, we really mean it. And several of them find ways to communicate with us, whether by Facebook or by text or calling into the 855 Fan Brag hotline. And she said, beer, mac and cheese. Now I'm hungry.
Right, with bacon, first thing in the morning.
You are welcome.
All right, well, I have a fun little meme going on my Facebook wall that says your last text that you sent is your presidential campaign slogan.
Oh.
So it will be your slogan for your presidential campaign, right?
You are welcome.
That would be a good slogan.
Because that's what I sent back to Susan.
That would be a good slogan. Well, I was talking to my family last night, and I said, wrapping up, give me a couple of minutes.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Right. So it's been fun. So if you've got a fun little post of what you think we should put that on the Experience Pros page. What your last text was becoming your presidential campaign slogan, that would be fun to hear.
It says this content is no longer available. Did you delete it?
I did not.
Oh, I will try again.
Well, try again.
There you go.
Try again.
Now it's happy.
All right, but user error probably.
Busy
is as busy does. Are you a little bit busy?
Always busy.
Always busy, right? So I can't get to that right now. I'm too busy. I'd love to, but it's crazy busy here lately. Never been busier in my life are these phrases you are hearing from people.
I hear from people
all the time, right?
Yeah.
They're so proud of how busy they are. So busy, right?
Jim Joseph probably has a thing to say about that.
We used to listen to these Focus on the Family cassette tapes in the car, and there was this one story that we were reading, but he came across a woman who was just busy, and they had this mission they needed to do, but she was just so busy, and she couldn't help.
Yeah.
She couldn't move forward. She couldn't get anything done, but man, she was busy.
I knew somebody who was so busy in real life. They would just be a flutter of activity and nothing ever got done.
Right. And a lot of people, that is pretty typical. Susan says for her last text being her slogan for her presidential campaign, beer, mac and cheese with bacon, ? Actually, I think you dropped the question mark and you've got a good campaign.
Put an exclamation mark. Yeah, yes. Absolutely. I vote for Susan.
Right. All right. So the truth is everybody is busy, and busy is really, it's relative.
Yeah.
And it's all about what you find to be important. But
busy is like butts.
It is.
Yeah.
We all have
one. And we all think that, ours is the most important.
Our butt is the most important.
Well, what do you cover first?
Oh, I see.
Uh-huh.
Okay, put your underwear on.
Something like that.
Put something on?
Something like that.
Something like that.
I wasn't talking about that kind of covering, but okay.
Oh.
CY, butt. Cover your butt.
Oh, cover. Oh, see?
Yeah. Come on. Come on.
Sorry. Wake up, Angel. All right. Okay, so busy is really all about priorities. Busy is about not necessarily what you want to do, but it's about what absolutely has to get done. And we've all heard if you want something done, give it to
Angel.
Give it to a busy person.
Oh, same thing.
Right? Why is that? Because when we are busy, when we have a lot going on, our activity, our energy level increases. For example, around our office, when we are busy, right? When there's new members signing up and we're on, bringing in new members and getting them all, kind of integrated into the program, and there's a lot of it. everything's getting done. Nothing's falling through the cracks, right? Because we have our systems and we're like, okay,
when it's
next.
slow,
But when it's slow,
the phones aren't ringing.
Right. You're like, I'll do that later.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
No,
We'll send that email later. We'll send that text. We've got time. Or I'll do it at the end of the day, right? Because there's nothing going on. But when it's busy, you've got the stack right in front of you of the pile of things that have to get done. You're working through it, right? But really being busy is all about setting time and setting priorities. People all the time say they're too busy to exercise, or they're too busy to write their book, or they're too busy to, meet a friend for lunch.
Sure.
Really, but it's really all a matter of setting your own
They're busy
priorities.
making excuses with them.
Right? But yeah, when you are busy, we kick into high gear, we multitask, we simplify, right? We determine what is really a priority, we delegate, we drop things that aren't important. But when we're not busy, then we can take all day to work on that project. And sure, we can say yes to things that don't really serve us well or that's not in our gifting. So really being busy and having, encourages you to set your priorities.
Well,
so being busy is a good sign of activity.
You know that idle hands are the devil's workshop.
If
Pretty much in the Bible.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So get something done. Get busy.
Get busy.
Get busy. That is it, right? Busy is as busy does. That's by Jim Joseph, a contributor at entrepreneur.com.
Love that. Hey, do you know that the Olympics are coming?
Yeah.
The Olympics are coming.
We need a new name for this disaster waiting to happen.
Oh, gosh. In Rio de Janeiro, the Olympics are just a few days away, and Rio de Janeiro is in crisis. I would think that, here in America, we have freedom of press, freedom of news, that we get all the news that we need, right? It's just not so. And all one has to do is go overseas to any other country and watch the news over there and see all the news that we are being filtered from.
I saw a sign that was welcoming people to the airport in Rio.
Yes.
That said, "Welcome to hell."
Welcome to hell.
The police and the fire department, they're not paid, so you have no sense, no security. I don't remember what the bottom line was. It was talking about just welcome to hell, that we don't pay our policemen and there's no security for you, so you're on your own. And it was really scary.
Sign. Welcome to hell, and this is in the airport at Rio, as the Olympic hopefuls are now arriving. By the way, we're going to have an Olympic hopeful on the show today. Actually, he's made the team as one of the alternate gymnasts.
Oh, maybe we should be talking about how bad Rio is in front of him.
You know what? I don't think this is going to come as a surprise to him. Welcome to hell. Police and firefighters don't get paid. Whoever comes to Rio de Janeiro will not be safe. I saw another sign that says, "Don't get sick. Our hospitals are diseased."
Oh.
It's just ridiculous. The message from police to tourists is clear. We will not be able to protect you. The state's police officers vented their anger on Monday with a sign saying, "Welcome to hell," we just talked about. Locals are losing their patience as well. The state police don't care if there's a child in the middle of their issue. They shoot their target. It goes on and on. It seems like there's an order from authorities to put fear in the people so they stay calm, so they don't cause trouble in the city, because the foreigners can't see that the city is chaotic. I'm pretty sure we're going to see that. Rio de Janeiro State, which controls the region's military police force, issued an executive order requesting emergency funds from the federal government to pay officers their bonus and overtime. The $2.9 billion real, that's their currency, bailout, roughly $850 million, was made available last week after acting Governor Francisco Dornelis said the games could be a big failure, quote unquote. Oh my gosh. I was talking with some folks last night, and I said this. I said, Missy Franklin is a friend. Her father is a very good friend of our broadcast here.
Sure.
And I fear, and I hate to say that, but I am gravely concerned for the safety of our friends. Then you see the headline of the Gitmo detainee, one of the 9/11 mastermind criminals that we let go who was found in Rio, and then, after having got a passport, disappeared.
Well, we have people expressing their concern for some of our local news broadcasters that are heading down there, and so fearing for their lives, their security, because there is not going to be any.
Yeah, we got to go. More positive business talk, I promise, right after these messages. KDMT 1690 AM.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM. Michael Bailey Law Office. Hard-working law. Real-world experience. Listen Sundays from 10:30 to 11 a.m. when Michael Bailey discusses how to preserve and pass on your personal legacy. Simple or complex planning, Michael Bailey can help you with answers about your estate planning. Michael Bailey Law. Sundays from 10:30 to 11 a.m. on Denver's Money Talk, KDMT 1690 AM. As the school year draws to a close, so many parents are wondering how they'll help their kids occupy their time without the influence of TV, video games, and the internet. This year, consider summer camps for your teen. For a limited time, our chief bargain hunter is featuring a half-priced camper tuition to Chile Camps, located close to home in Estes Park. Activities your teen will experience during their camp stay include hiking, horseback riding, backpacking, whitewater rafting, and so much more. What better way to discover new strengths without outside pressures or expectations than to get out of the city and come camp at Camp Chile. Camper spots are only open for girls ages 12 to 14 and are filling up fast. This summer, come enjoy the fresh Rocky Mountain air at Camp Chile. To purchase, visit summercampbargains.com or just click the Bargain Hunter link on 710knus.com or krks.com. Summercampbargains.com. Again, that's summercampbargains.com or just click the Bargain Hunter link on 710knus.com or krks.com.
I founded Go Sober because traditional treatment doesn't treat the condition that makes it difficult for some people to stay away from alcohol. Alcohol is a chemical. Over time, too much of it causes a biochemical change in reward response. And until that change reverses, it's impossible to go very long without thinking about drinking. That's the failure mechanism. It's not a willpower or a character problem. It's persistent nagging that undermines the desire to remain sober. Talking about change or denying access does nothing to stop it. At Go Sober, treatment is real simple. Alcohol dependence develops simply from consuming a lot of alcohol over a long period of time. We treat it with other chemicals, medications that restore the normal reward response. These medications stop the thinking about drinking so people can get on with it. Call us to find out what we're all about. You'll gain useful information regardless.
That was Greg Hoffman, founder of Go Sober. Call Go Sober at 303-827-4837 or visit their website at gosober.org. That's 303-827-4837 or www.gosober.org.
I woke up last night to wind and hail. The wife was screaming. The kids did well.
Look at our roof.
They cried and cried.
The outside of the house is now inside.
The ceiling caved in.
New insulation. Everything's leaking.
Everyone's freaking when my know-it-all neighbor came over and said,
"You know who I like."
"Who?"
"Golden Spike."
Hi, this is Spike McCarthy, and our promise to you is roofing done right to the last nail.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
Hi, this is Hugh Hewitt for Granite Transformation. If it's time to redo your kitchen and your bath, this is a product you really have to see to believe. Beautiful granite, mosaic, or recycled glass countertops measured and cut to fit right over your existing countertops, so there's no messy tear out of your old counters. These are heat and stain resistant. They never need sealing, but most importantly, they are affordable and can be installed in most cases just one day. So give Todd Dutton and the staff at Granite Transformation a chance to earn your business. Call them today at 303-420-8920. That's 303-420-8920. 8920. I'm sure you'll be as impressed as I was. I've met Todd, so make sure you tell him that I told you to call and receive a free stainless steel sink and save an additional 10% just by stopping by their showroom. Let Todd and the folks at Granite Transformation save you time, money, and headaches. Call today at 303-420-8920. That's 303-420-8920. One of the great things I took away from my time in Colorado is a friendship with Todd. Make him your friend as well. Call 303-420-8920.
You've heard of the show Shark Tank, but you need to beware of the real sharks out there. To grow your business, you need money yesterday, but the banks aren't helping. Hard money lending is the answer, but look out. There are sharks in the water. Attorney and CPA Steve Replin will help you navigate the waters, avoid the sharks, and best of all, get you the money. Avoid the chum. Check out hardmoneycoaching.com. 303-322-7919. That's 303-322-7919. This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the only talk show that actually features Ace of Base, and we are grateful for this very cool band. Thanks, Producer Bill. We like the music that you rock. We are fueled here by fan brags. And fan brags, for those who don't know, are saying something positive about somebody else in business with the intent to be a blessing and to lift the rising tide of all small business.
Right. You can fan brag about great customer service. So you've gotten great customer service. You've had a moment where you were just tickled pink over the service that somebody provided. Oftentimes, when something's going bad, you're having a bad day, or it starts out pretty rough, and somebody in a customer service role is able to turn that around.
That's exactly right.
And we know that customers who experience this type of turnaround end up becoming far more loyal customers than those who don't. So we want to feature those companies that offer great customer service. And the way that we do that is we want to listen from your customers. We don't want to hear it from you. Hey, we offer great customer service.
Yeah, that's just braggadocious.
Right? But you get to call in if you are somebody's customer and you got great customer service. We want to hear your fan bragging stories. You can dial 855 Fan Brag every single day.
855-326-2724. If you dial that now, we will talk to you about great customer service. If you're driving down the road, go ahead. Call 855 Fan Brag. That's all you got to tell Siri. She'll do the rest. Holly did that, and here is her fan brag.
Hi there. I'm Holly Claire with the Social Media Advisor, calling today about affordable auctioneering. Have you ever attended an event that you're trying to get things raffled off or generate funds for a cause, and the person who's doing it is just, you don't hear them clearly, or they don't project well? Well, we don't have that problem with Bryce with affordable auctioneering. He is a top-notch auctioneer. His voice is spectacular, and he projects really, really well. He's absolutely 100% focused on customer service and delivering the best quality service possible for every single one of the events that he attends. He's totally professional, dresses to the nines, and will absolutely represent your organization. So if you're looking for any type of auctioneering services for your next event or estate, please consider Bryce with Affordable Auctioneering. He is amazing. He can be reached at 720-229-5832, and that's affordableauctioneering.com.
And it is affordableauctioneering.com. Bryce Alamont, again, that number 720-229-5832. Find him at affordableauctioneering.com. And he is proudly serving the Centennial State, but is willing to travel as well.
He does. He actually travels all around the country, and he is pretty fun. And you will raise more money when you hire a professional auctioneer for your live auctions. And, of course, Holly Clear, the social media advisor, with that fan brag. So lots of ways to leave fan brags. You can text in a fan brag.
Yep.
You can call in a fan brag over live on the air, 855 FanBrag is the phone number. You can, if we're not live on the air, you leave a voicemail.
Yeah, it's available 24/7.
Yeah, so which is what Holly's was. It was
That's
a recording.
exactly right.
You can use our app, the radio show app that you find on our website. You can leave a FanBrag, a recorded FanBrag there. Lots and lots of fun ways.
Absolutely. And we've even got a Facebook page for all people all around the country. Says, I care about great service. And if you do, make a difference. Say something. What's the old saying? If you see something, say something. If you see something positive, say something positive. And let's start the revolution in how people treat people in business.
All right, well, it's time to transform your company's About page. What does your About page say about you?
It's about time to transform it.
Right? You know, a lot of times most companies don't put a whole lot of thought, don't put a lot of energy into the About page. They might have a list of who the officers are, who the team is, where we're located, when we got started, right? But this is really a chance to tell your story, to really interact and connect with people on a very personal level, right? They want to know who you really are, why you do business, what's your why, what's your vision, what's your give back, what's your part in the community, what's the inspiration to even start your business in the first place?
I don't think anybody thinks about their About page with those things in mind.
Right, but when somebody gets there,
people,
this is the answer. So you can tell an inspiring story of what you hope the future will bring. You can tell an inspiring story of what was the inspiration that got you started in the first place, hiring your first person, bringing your product to market.
Sure.
This is the place that when somebody gets there, that you can really capture them.
You betcha.
On a very authentic level. Also, use high-quality visuals in part of telling your story. What about some of those behind the scenes, those early days, black and white, sepia of you in your first little 90 square foot office.
Right.
Those would be cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Good thing we don't have any pictures of that.
Also consider creating, I know we didn't want a picture of that at all.
That was actually our story. We had a 90 square foot office.
And
90.
And if Eric and we shared it, and if we had an idea, we kind of had an L, we were in an L.
On different
walls, right?
Yeah.
And if we had an idea at the same time, when we would turn to each other, our knees would hit. One time my sister came to visit. We never invited people to come to the office. There was no room.
Because when she came to visit, I had to go stand out in the hall.
Right. She sat on the file cabinet.
Yeah.
If we had anybody and somebody had to sit in the hall, it was that small. Mm-hmm. But anyways, use high quality visuals talking about where you've come from, where you're going. Include social proof. Right? With recommendations, testimonials, little blurbs, little posts, little pictures.
Yeah.
Sprinkle that in. A lot of times we put those testimonials on one page that I have to go and find it. But most people won't go to the one testimonial page.
Correct.
But if you can sprinkle it in to right where they're at, where they're looking,
much better.
They'll discover them. Offer a next step. Right? What is the next thing we should do? You can't always rely on them now going back to the homepage and going through your sales process.
Yep.
So right there at that About page, take them through. What is the next step? What does the process look like? What is it like to work with us? And then finally, avoid complexity. Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Well, that makes so much sense.
Right? If you start scrolling, make sure that people get caught up in something that captures their attention, that is entertaining, that is engaging. Keep the boring blah blah stuff for I don't know where. You shouldn't have that anywhere.
Don't keep the boring blah blah stuff. No, transform that About page. Make sure that it tells a story, inspires people, and motivates them to do business with you because you're worth it. By golly. Angel and I will be back right after the news break here at the top of the hour. We're going to get some news. We're going to go fishing for about 35 radio stations. We pull them in every single day at this time. And what else do we have to say? ExperienceProsDeals.com. That's something for you to do while you're listening to the news. Back after this.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk. This is the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact the Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or contact them on the web at experiencepros.com or on Facebook and Twitter at Experience Pros. If your customers love you, we want to know you. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
Arvada, Denver. We're all about money.
Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than Experience.
This is Jeff Thompson, the retirement jock and investment advisor and financial planner for J.F. Thompson Wealth Management. Please join me on Denver's Money Talk Radio as we chat about how to protect your investment portfolio and overall financial plan. So listen to me, Jeff Thompson, the retirement jock, 8 a.m. on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. KDMT, where I coach you on how money really works.
Jeff Thompson, the retirement jock, weekday mornings at 8 on KDMT, Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and I wanted to share some of my experiences with Go Sober. I am a business owner here in Colorado and had been thinking about going sober literally for about 4 years. One of my biggest choices about going with Go Sober was that I'm a pretty private person, and when my alcohol addiction started, it started very privately. And when my rehabilitation started with Go Sober, it allowed me to rehabilitate privately, and having the flexibility of not having to go into a treatment program, going away from my family, away from my job. The infusions allowed me to put a reset button on loving myself again. My first infusion, I could go right past that neighborhood liquor store and not even think about stopping in and grabbing a bottle of wine. What's next for me is rediscovering all those things that I've lost.
Call Go Sober at 303-827-4837 or visit their website at gosober.org.
This is Jeff Thompson, the retirement jock and investment advisor and financial planner for J.F. Thompson Wealth Management. Please join me on Denver's Money Talk Radio as we chat about how to protect your investment portfolio and overall financial plan. So listen to me, Jeff Thompson, the retirement jock, 8 a.m. on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. KDMT, where I coach you on how money really works.
Jeff Thompson, the retirement jock, weekday mornings at 8 on KDMT.
This is Dan Kaplis. A wise person once told me, if you don't have a seat at the table, you are going to end up on the menu. I think that applies directly to personal injury and wrongful death cases. If you're not represented by a highly accomplished law firm, the insurance company is probably going to eat you for lunch and you'll never even know it. So if you want to make sure that you and your claim are treated with the respect you deserve, give me a call. We are a serious firm for serious cases. And for 30 years, we have proven our ability to go up against the best the other side has to offer and to win. Our personal injury clients include everyone from the poorest of the poor to CEOs, teachers, farmers, police officers, doctors, lawyers, and professional athletes. We are able to make the vast resources of our firm available to good people from all walks of life by taking righteous cases on a percentage fee basis. You can reach me at 303-770-5551. That's 303-770-5551 or dankapleslaw.com. That's dankapleslaw.com.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know that customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us. We are here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business. Fine, how do you do to you?
Good morning.
All kinds of good things happening in the news.
Well, I can't wait.
All right, you know what time it is, folks?
It's time.
It's time for You Choose the News. That's right, You Choose the News, top of the hours news program that we like it because it rhymes with you and news, choose and news. I even got that wrong, didn't I? Doesn't much matter because news isn't all that important, but every so often it might make you giggle, and that's why we keep it in. Okay, so you got 3 stories to choose from, and we may give you a bonus after that. Let's call it Dobbs Land.
Okay.
We'll call it Dobbs Land. That's
We'll call it
Dobbs Land.
Okay.
Twins on an airplane.
Twins on an airplane. It's better than something else on an airplane.
Well, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Or Dame Judi Dench.
What?
Dame? You know, like the English lady. Judi Dench.
Okay.
Do you know who Judi Dench is? She is an actress.
An actress? Why do you say it like that?
Well, because she's a fine actress. She does Shakespeare and stuff like that. You would recognize her if you saw her. And I'm not going to tell you the story until you choose it.
Oh, well, I'm not going to choose it first.
Well, then, fine.
I want to choose...
Fine.
Choose Twins on a Plane.
Twins on a Plane. Could this have something to do with the fact that perhaps you know a thing or two about twins on a plane?
Well, I have twins, and I've had them on a plane.
There you have it. Okay. Let's see if you did what these forward-thinking parents did. Imagine you're going overseas. It's a 3,000-mile airplane ride, which is, it's going to take a long time.
Right.
You're stuck in a metal tube.
Right.
What are you hoping for? Perhaps some peace and quiet. Perhaps a nice bumpless, no turbulence. I'd like to relax and get my sleep on so that wherever I land, jet lag will not be a problem.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then you see it. 2 small 18-month-old girls coming in to sit down right in front of you.
Fear in everyone, right? Oh, no, there's children on the plane. They're going to cry. They're going to fuss. They're going to run up and down the aisle.
2 forward-thinking parents traveling via plane with twin 18-month-old girls handed out thoughtful goodie bags to the passengers seated within earshot of the little ones. The small gift included a short message, some chocolate candies, and the always essential earplugs for the travelers who were flying from Newark, New Jersey to Orlando, Florida. Oh, this isn't overseas. It's just a couple hours. But how cute is this? The note was shared on Love What Matters Facebook page by Christina Grace, who said that she actually received one of the goodie bags. She was one of the passengers within earshot of the kids. And here's what the note read, quote, "Hello, our names are Ashley and Abby. We're twins. We just turned 18 months old, and this is our first time on an airplane."
Oh. So all the passengers got these little...
They got earplugs, they got chocolates, and a cute little note from the two little 18-month-olds. For the record, the twins are the most adorable and well-behaved little girls ever. They apparently make good travelers. I never had to reach for the earplugs once, said Galais. The only time I opened the bag was to have a piece of chocolate. I hope this family has the most wonderful vacation. How cool is that? Yeah, did you ever... take into consideration, did you fly when your twins were small?
I did. My girls were good travelers, though.
Were they?
Yeah. I mean, I could put them in the car. I could take them on the plane. They're still excellent travelers. Very patient. I didn't have, they weren't colicky babies. So I never thought about that. I was never really too worried about them. I was never too worried, obviously not worried enough to think that they were going to interrupt other passengers. Of course, you never think so. The worst time was when we took them, they were 6 months old, just under 6 months old. Took them out on New Year's Eve to dinner. Jay and I did. And they were sweet, good little babies, but they just cried and cried during the entire dinner. We could not console them. I had complete strangers coming up trying to walk them around and console my babies. And we ended up leaving. They cried the whole night.
Yeah.
There was something.
Was wrong.
Something was wrong. Yeah. Never quite figured it out. It was the only time that ever happened.
When my boys were born, my first son was born before I became a touring magician, and so he had kind of a normal upbringing. Yeah, he was about a year and a half old by the time we started to really hit the streets and tour 150,000 miles a year. And but my second son was born about that time, and Stephen, the older, had acclimated to the travel schedule, no problem.
Right.
Sterling, on his first trip, which happened to be from Sterling, Colorado, no. The answer is no. We did not name him for the city. We went from Sterling, Colorado to Flint, Michigan in one road trip. So it's about a 15-hour drive. And that kid has a set of lungs like nobody else. First time, he's only like 6 months old, and he is screaming bloody murder. Just, oh gosh. And like you said, there's no consoling him. And Steven's like, make him stop. Make him stop. Poor kid. What do you do?
But how sweet for the parents, right? The family to even think about that.
Really cool story.
They must offer, wherever they work, they probably offer incredible customer services.
All right. It's You Choose the News, and we've got Dame Judi Dench.
Sure.
Or let's call it Dobbsland.
Oh, Dobbsland.
Oh, you want Dobbsland? Yeah. Okay. All right. A man has built a backyard Disney-style theme park for his lucky grandkids. Every kid dreams of the day they'll get to visit the magic world of a Disney theme park. And for 5 very lucky kids, they get to experience all the excitement as often as they'd like in Grandpa's backyard. No waiting in lines necessary. A Fullerton, California grandfather, by the way, that's my hometown. Grandfather was inspired to create something so fun in his backyard that his grandkids would always want to visit. That's right. Grandpa built a Disney-style theme park. It all started with a Small World themed ride, and it's only grown from there over time. The mini theme park is full of the same kind of princesses, castles, trains, tunnels that you see at the actual Disneyland park.
How fun.
I watched the video. It's just miniature. Everything is in miniature, but it looks like the castle for the Small World. It all looks the same. Mini theme park is full of the same princess castles. It did all that. Now that the kids are getting older, Grandpa was sure to provide them with a full theme park experience, meaning it was time for a roller coaster. Dobbs
Don't we have an audio for this one? Don't we have him?
Do we have an audio for this?
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm so sorry. Please.
Right? Yeah.
Crank that up. Let him tell it.
My name is Stephen Dobbs, and this is our backyard theme park. We call it Dobbs Land, and it's filled with little rides and a roller coaster for our grandkids and their friends and our friends. I got started when 3 years ago I bought a little electric train that our grandkids could ride, and they went around circles. They got bored, so I made a tunnel out of cardboard box, and they got bored with that. So then I started making bigger tunnels, and it evolved into all the rides that we have out here.
Super fun, super cute, and the kids are loving it. And it looks like some of them, on some of the rides, you can actually control your own speed. It's like a little scooter. Very, very cool. And the whole thing is cost him only about $6,500. Well worth it, he says. It's an old man's hobby.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? How fun is that? And of course you'd want to go to Grandpa's house. I just saw somebody said that their kids are becoming teenagers, and how do they make their home like the hangout place where all the teenagers want to hang out? Put a theme park in the backyard. That'll do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so Dame Judi Dench.
All right. What you got?
Dame Judi Dench just turned 81 years old. You will recognize her if you ever saw her. She's in Shakespeare in Love, The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel, and a lot of the James Bond movies, from Casino Royale to Skyfall. She played the part of M, the boss.
Okay.
The lady boss for James Bond. So Dame Judi Dench, for her 81st birthday, what do you get a lady who's already been knighted or damed? I don't know what they call it in England. She's got everything, right?
Yeah, so lady. Damed. I guess it is probably
Dame Judi Dench. I'm reading out of the news. So what do you get somebody who's got everything for her birthday? Well, you get her a kick-ass tattoo.
Oh, really?
That's exactly right.
Really?
Carpe diem, that is what she got written on her wrist, and she looks amazing. Dame Judi Dench, tattoo. All right, we got to take a quick break, but when we come back, more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric. This is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM. Colorado has the most dynamic business people. Join us on 1690 Denver's Money Talk every Saturday from 8 to 10 a.m. for Pro Business Colorado. Dave Tabor will be speaking with Colorado's dynamic business people who will share their stories of successes and failures, fascinating insights on what goes on behind the scenes, tips and advice, and other personal small business insights. Join us on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM every Saturday from 8 to 10 a.m. to be inspired, motivated, informed, and entertained with people who believe in the entrepreneurial dream.
Hey everyone, it's Eric and Angel inviting you to check out ExperienceProsDeals.com. New offers will be added frequently, so make sure you continue to check back with what offers are available. 50% off all the time at ExperienceProsDeals.com. Again, ExperienceProsDeals.com.
This is the online marketplace where everything, yes, everything is listed for half price. Who doesn't love a good deal? We will even feature a pro pick of the week every single week.
After 35 years in law enforcement, I thought I'd seen it all and survived it all, and had witnessed firsthand how the scourge of alcohol destroyed lives and families, leaving only heartbreak and suffering in its wake. Yet even armed with that knowledge, I was not immune to the manner in which alcohol crept into my own life, slowly drawing me away from all that I loved to the point where the urge to drink became the only constant. Promises made in the morning to quit, to stop, quickly faded when the sun went down. I tried a number of solutions, from 12 steps to healthcare intervention, but none of it worked. And then I found Go Sober. The cravings ended almost immediately. The follow-up care reintroduced me to a life I thought was gone forever. I've rediscovered the joy of living. The sadness is gone. If you or someone you love is ready to fight alcohol and get your life back on track, you owe it to yourself to include Go Sober in your battle plan.
Call Go Sober at 303-827-4837 or go to their website, gosober.org.
This is Dan Kaplis. Our firm is dedicated to always being on the leading edge of the practice of personal injury law. That includes game-changing, next-generation technology, nationally respected experts, and innovative visual tools that help us bring our clients' case to life for the purposes of settlement or, if necessary, trial. We only accept a limited number of cases, so we're able to devote to each client our full arsenal of technology, skilled attorneys, and staff. We are a serious firm for serious cases, and we make the people from all walks of life by taking righteous cases on a percentage fee basis. If you'd like to talk with me about your case, just give me a call or email me through our website. There's no charge for an initial consultation. 303-770-5551, 303-770-5551, or dancaplisslaw.com. That's dancaplisslaw.com.
Are you interested in being your own boss, but don't know where to start? MaidRight offers home-based business opportunities for people without business experience, so you can build a better life for you and your family. With MaidRight, you go into business for yourself, not by yourself. We provide you with a startup package, which includes guaranteed clients, initial equipment, education on MaidRight standards, constant support, and the opportunity to build a sustainable business in the community. MaidRight's home cleaning franchise offers a proven track record of stability, guaranteed revenue, and innovative cleaning methods that will help you deliver superior cleaning services to keep your clients satisfied. Give us a call today and see why a home-based business with MaidRight is the right fit for you.
Tap our number now, 303-898-0595. Change your life, 303-898-0595. Life is short. Clean less. Tap 303-898-0595 now.
Revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thank you so much for taking time out of your business day to join us for hours. Kind of excited about our next guest.
Right. Well, the opening ceremonies at the 2016 Olympic Games in Rio are just 1 month away, and each of America's athletes has their own amazing story of sacrifice and determination to achieve their Olympic dream. But imagine trying to pursue two dreams at the same time. Two. Our guest is gymnast Donnell Whittenburg, a two-time world bronze medalist in 2014 and 2015, also medaled at the Pacific Rim Championships, American Cup, and Winter Cup events in 2016. Also passionate about engineering and technology, Donnell is working to complete his undergraduate degree in web graphic design at DeVry University. He's heading to Rio as an alternate for Team USA, and he joins us from the training camp down in Colorado Springs to share his love for website design, technology, and artistic gymnastics.
Love that.
Seeing it all come together. Donnell Whittenburg, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Hi, how are you?
Donnell, we're doing fantastic. Thank you so much for getting up early and having a chat with us. Let's start with this. You just got named as an alternate to the men's U.S. gymnastics team. First of all, what does that mean as an alternate? What will your role be? And how are you training right now for the Rio Games?
Well, my role as of right now is to, help support the five-man team that will be out there on the floor. So I feel like my job is to push them as hard as I can to make sure they're ready to go, and see how that goes.
Well, as an alternate though, if should there, God forbid, be any injury to the five-man athlete team, you step in, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We have 3 alternates on the team, and we all need to be as ready as any of those 5 guys going out there to compete. So we need to make sure that we're ready to go.
Right.
You better start doing some handstands now, mister.
Yeah, so what's your training schedule looking like right now, Donnell?
Well, I have the same exact training schedule as 3 of my teammates that are actually on the Olympic team. So we kind of have like the same kind of training regimen as a whole.
All right. Well, I imagine that, training for the Olympics could pretty much consume your entire life, and yet at the same time, you're actually going to school and working on your web design, technology, and all of that. So how do you juggle the educational goals with the Olympic training piece?
It's definitely difficult to juggle the two, but DeVry helps me so much with the flexibility that they have, and like everything that they need to offer. Like I have such awesome faculty and staff to support me in anything I do, even if it's with travel. They kind of help, see if they can, help me like turn work on time, and if I like have a problem with like internet connection, if I'm in a different country, they can kind of, they're willing to work with you on everything that you need to do. So it definitely make life a little bit easier for me to, juggle gymnastics and school as well.
Well, no doubt. And, like most student athletes in that situation, you've got to be giving attention to both sides of the equation. And kudos to you for recognizing that, while the Olympic Games come around every 4 years, you have this opportunity to create a lifestyle and a career that's going to last you many times that, Lord willing. What advice do you have for other students or athletes who are working to achieve their goals both inside and outside of that classroom?
You just have to make sure that you're determined to do anything possible to achieve any goal you set out, to achieve. You just have to make sure that you're just willing to sacrifice everything.
Wow.
Willing to sacrifice everything.
Right. Okay, so this is going to be your first time at the Olympic Games. What are you most excited about, Donnell?
I'm definitely most excited to go see my teammates go kill it out there. It's gonna be a fun crowd. Can't wait to cheer them on as best as I can.
Well, awesome. Colorado's got some great stuff going on over there, and we love that you took the time out of your day to join us for hours to give us some information that kind of inspires even the entrepreneur in us as you're pursuing with excellence what you do. Donnell Whittenburg, thank you so very much for joining us, and congratulations in advance, because I hope that Team USA does really well, and you don't have to get stuck in, but gosh, if you do, I know you're prepared. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
You betcha.
All right.
What a fine young man.
Right. And the United States Olympic Committee and DeVry Education Group actually brought this interview together for us today. So thank you to them, right? And DeVry University continues commitment to provide higher education to the U.S. Olympians.
Absolutely. Read this in the news. Landmines are a very serious issue, especially in places like Thailand and whatnot. War-torn countries that, the wars moved on, but the landmines that were planted
are still
active, right? And we hear stories about people stepping on a landmine and blowing themselves up. Even in Central Park, just a couple of days ago, somebody blew themselves up in Central Park. I think I read in the news.
I missed that one.
And it's not a normal issue. Somebody maliciously put something down there. But this news story is kind of a tender one. There was an elephant whose name is Moshe, who lost her right foreleg at just 7 months old when she stepped on a landmine.
7 months old, she stepped on a landmine. She was walking at 7 months old. This is an impressive.
Elephants walk at 7 days old.
Oh, it's an elephant. I'm sorry. It was an elephant.
Moshe.
Sorry.
Moshe, the 7-month-old elephant.
Elephant. Sorry, I missed that part. I'm thinking it's a little girl.
She carries her trunk with her everywhere she goes.
Well, yeah,
too.
How sweet is that? Right? It's like a little.
Let's start over.
Madeline, right?
Someone needed to address the elephant in the room. Literally. Moshe, the Asian elephant who lost her right foreleg at 7 months
Asian elephant.
old.
How did I miss? I missed like all those words.
She stepped on a landmine on Thailand's border with Myanmar,
how sad is that?
And got her ninth prosthetic limb on June 29th, which ended up saving her life. The way she walked was unbalanced and her spine was going to bend, said the orthopedic surgeon. She would have died. Instead, they've given her prosthetic legs that need to be redesigned to keep up with her growing body.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
We know that she wouldn't use a prosthetic leg if it caused her pain. At first, she was curious about what was attached to her stump.
Did she try to eat it?
No, she tried to remove it with her trunk, as elephants are wont to do.
Right.
But we secured it tightly. 12 hours later, Moshe had gotten the hang of it and has been getting updated limbs ever since.
Wow.
Isn't that adorable?
Yes.
Kind of a cute little story.
Yes, it is. Baby elephant.
Moshe is an elephant.
Right, I'm so sorry. I missed that whole piece. You were talking about New York and somebody stepping on, right? And I just filled in my own imagery of what I thought where you thought.
Absolutely. Well, try to fill this in. When we come back, we're going to talk to Chef Matt Curry, and he brought food. Bacon might be involved. That's coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network. Don't go anywhere, but do turn up the volume. And while you're doing that, make sure you do business with the people who do business with the pros, like Chef Matt Curry. It's good for you.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further.
All of a sudden, the world is out of control, and that means your money and your investments are out of your control. How are you supposed to protect your family and grow your wealth when politics and economics collide? We're here to help because we're all about money. Money Talk 1690 AM. All day, every day, we're following breaking news and giving you the tools and insights to protect what you've worked so hard for. We're more than just headlines. We're Money Talk 1690 AM.
Take a moment right now and rate your lifestyle on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 is a life of quiet desperation that doesn't resemble what you were promised after getting that college degree and corporate job. Now a 10 is a life that exceeds your wildest expectations of the life they promised you for doing all the right things and working hard. If you answered anything less than 10, stop what you're doing and go to mypassiveincomeworkshop.com. Passive income is not a secret, but chances are no one has ever shared it with you until now. Learn how to generate passive streams of income at our free workshop, mypassiveincomeworkshop.com, so you can live at a 10 for the rest of your life.
Hi, my name is Greg, and I wanted to talk about alcohol treatment. There's a reason why it's difficult to stay quit, and it has nothing to do with character or willpower. It has everything to do with brain reward chemistry. Alcohol screws up the ability to produce sufficient dopamine, and any successful treatment has to fix that first. Go Sober restores the dopamine response. The process takes about 8 weeks. It involves medications and lifestyle changes. It costs about the same as a DUI with a much happier outlook. Take a look at their website at www.gosober.org or call 303-827-4837. They're nice people who understand the science of addiction and what to do about it. This is the last treatment you'll ever need.
If you or someone you love is ready to fight alcohol and get your life back on track, you owe it to yourself to include Go Sober in your battle plan.
Take your home like it is and let us help you make it like you want it. Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. We've been doing just that for over 30 years now. 800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
Dear John, uncontrolled high blood pressure is serious, and I can quit whenever I want. But when I quit, you quit. Sincerely, your heart.
To get your high blood pressure to a healthy range, visit heart.org/blood pressure. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's Hugh Hewitt. The best conservative conference of them all has finally made its way to Colorado. This is Hugh Hewitt, and I'm looking forward to the 2016 Red State Gathering at the Grand Hyatt Hotel in Denver, August 12th through 14th. It's a weekend packed with all-star speakers, fun-filled receptions, hundreds of patriotic friends, just 90 days before the election. Speakers include Rick Perry. Colorado Congressman Ken Buck will be there along with some of your favorites from 710 KNUS, including Peter Boyles, Town Hall's Katie Pavlik and Guy Benson, Hot Air's Ed Morrissey. We've also invited South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, Senator Ted Cruz, among other elected officials. We expect to hear from them soon. Attendees at this year's Red State Gathering will be able to participate in activism training, learn the latest issue updates from the program tracks on criminal justice reform and crony capitalism. Seats are going quickly, so reserve your spot today. Use discount code DENVER to save $50 off registration. Visit redstate.com for more information. The Red State Gathering in Denver. It's one political party you won't want to miss.
Pastor Camp is the one to call.
Hot house, air conditioner running constantly, still uncomfortable? It may be time for a new cooling and heating system. With over 50 years of experience and a 100% satisfaction guarantee, Pastor Camp's the one to call. Take advantage of their special summer offers on a qualifying Lennox home comfort system, including up to $1,500 in rebates or up to 60 months no-interest financing. Call Pastor Camp today at 303-777-1234 or visit pastorcamp.com.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin' hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Put the food back.
I'll tell you what, you want to watch
put the food back.
Grown men cry.
You've ruined our shot.
Move their bacon, right? Move their bacon. So we do have Chef Matt Curry from Chef Curry's Cuisine here in the studio, and he brought in some treats today, some bacon-wrapped pineapple. I'm going to have him describe.
There's no evidence of it
I'm going to
whatsoever.
have him describe this whole thing. Well, I was going to.
You're hiding it behind your computer.
I know, now I'm hiding it behind the computer. I did have something a little bit more artistic in mind, because we just had a paper plate with bacon on it just sitting in the middle of the table.
You had something more artistic.
Right, I did. And so I just moved it so I could do it, but then the shot was wrong. Eric is freaking out because he's lost access to the bacon.
You're putting metal stuff between me and the
I didn't put nothing. I just was going to have anyways,
hey,
welcome back to the show, and don't move men's bacon.
Ever.
And if you want some bacon brought to your house, we actually have Chef Matt Curry in the studio with us, and you've heard his commercials talking about what's for dinner.
What's for dinner?
Right? It's the question we ask every single day. And how great would it be to come home at the end of the day? You're tired. You've worked all day. You've got all this stuff going on. The last thing you want to do,
somebody moving the bacon,
is try to figure that out. Right? You've already made 1,000 decisions that day, and so to open up your fridge and already have dinner is already cooked. It's prepared. You just could heat it up as soon as you get home on your own family's time schedule. And you think this is something that's luxurious, a luxury that, only, the top 1% can have. But this is actually something that is affordable and achievable for the everyday entrepreneur like you and me. Chef Matt, welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Chef Matt, very nice to have you. Now, can I have a piece of bacon?
Well, let's talk about what did you bring in? I've got everybody all freaked out because I just moved it 2 inches. Right?
As Monty Python would say, and now for something completely different.
Right?
Completely different.
Bacon wrapped pineapple.
Oh.
I wanted to do something pineapple because right now is the time of year for pineapple. It's fantastic from now until about the end of August.
Yeah.
So I wrapped some bacon around it, and made a sauce. And the recipe called for mayonnaise, but I did a Greek yogurt. With some like a honey vanilla Greek yogurt.
Okay.
With about a third a cup of brown sugar, a quarter cup of sriracha, and pour that over the top of the bacon wrapped pineapple. And it is a really good balance of the sweet, salty.
I'll be the judge of that.
Right now,
I'm sure you will.
You're a chef, so when it comes time, if the recipe calls for something, you think you've got to follow the recipe, but you improvised, but you probably have some skill behind that.
Yes, I know I know what mayonnaise is. I know what they're trying to do.
Right.
I can say, they're trying to do this. I think it'd be better if they did that.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't really, mayonnaise is still too fatty for me for something like. There's already some bacon in there.
Right.
And Eric does not need any more fat in his diet.
Wait,
Let's be serious.
whoa!
Yes, I agree. He doesn't, but he's got the whole plate in front of him, and all of a sudden everybody's happy.
What?
Right? He's happy. He stops complaining because now, there's still no food in front of the camera.
What happened?
Right? Because Eric stole it all.
There's no evidence.
Yeah, let me wipe the shock look off my face.
Okay, so Matt, the whole idea of going into people's homes and cooking, just describe what it is, the service that you provide.
So what I'll do is first I'll sit down with you and design a pair of 5 entree menus that are catered to your specific flavor and nutritional needs. Then I go to the grocery store. Actually, I go to the Sprouts down at Lone Tree because Sprouts is fantastic.
And that's Lone Tree in Colorado.
Yes, it sure is. And buy all the groceries to cook 2 weeks worth of Monday through Friday dinners for you and your family. Then I go into your home with the cooking supplies, all the pots, pans, knives, everything. Cook the food, store it in plastic containers, in your fridge and freezer. And I even clean up after myself before I go.
Which is amazing.
So you even bring all the pots and pans and the knives that you need, so I don't even have to have any of that stuff.
Right. Yep. Right now, if I needed to do a chop throwdown right now, everything I need is in my car except for the food.
The chop throwdown.
Yep, I got the pots, pans, knives, spices.
Like, I got it all. I got it all.
Well, let me comment on the bacon wrapped.
Somehow they were in his lap, and now he thinks that anybody else is going to eat them.
I think you should try one.
They were just in your lap.
They weren't in my lap. You got to try these. These are amazing. This could be a meal all to itself, and because all the food groups are in there, right?
All the food groups, bacon,
and you got pineapple.
And pineapple.
The sriracha hits you after.
Oh, is that a food group now?
It's a gentle. Hot sauce is a food group.
And you got the dairy from the yogurt.
And you've got the grain from the toothpick, and it was all very, very delectable. I really enjoyed it.
You know, it's a good sign when Eric is eating the toothpick. Right? So it's pretty good.
He's like, I got to suck all the juice out of the toothpick too. There's more in there.
All right, Matt Curry, how do people get a hold of you if they want to book your services?
You know what? Feel free to call me at 720-404-2798.
Do that again.
720-404-2798.
All right, and go check out chefcurriescuisine.com. That's Chef Curries with an S, cuisine.com. Fantastic. Personal chefs, there's lots of them out there. What makes you different?
What makes me different is I'm really concerned with trying to get people to eat again. Not to eat again, to eat food again.
What else are we eating? Well, besides toothpicks.
Most of the stuff that you're finding, not to bash the grocery stores, but if there's food on a shelf and it's shelf stable, that's not good. That's not food anymore. It was food one day. The line that I've always used is, if bacteria doesn't want to eat your food, why do you want to eat your food?
Now
you've
that's
seen stories
perspective.
of like the McDonald's hamburgers that last for years.
The Twinkies
on the
shelf,
that never die.
Yep. It's all the nutritional value has been stripped out of it to preserve it. So my mantra is eat food that can go bad.
Okay.
Because if it can go bad, that's still food again.
Right.
It's not stripped down and just broken down.
And I think this is what the struggle we get into. We go to the grocery store, we try to make some healthy choices, right? We bring it home, we put it in the fridge, but we're busy.
Yep.
And so we come home and we don't actually cook that. And by the end of the week, it didn't get eaten or used or cooked or at all because we didn't have a plan, and we end up tossing it, and it feels so wasteful.
Exactly.
Right? But when you have the dinners already prepared and they're in your refrigerator and they're ready to. There's no preparation involved and no cleanup involved.
There's reheating instructions, safe food handling. I tell you how to reheat it the best way. Because actually, one of my best examples is I did one of my meals for a guy and asked for feedback. He said, don't microwave the Brussels sprouts. Throw them under the broiler to get them. I was like, wow, thank you, sir. I didn't even think of that. That's a really good point.
Right? Oh, Brussels sprouts. All right. So a lot of people have some really interesting dietary needs. I think, the diets are always changing. Do you keep up with all of that, Matt?
Yes, I will cook whatever anybody thinks they want. I will cook that for you. My best example is I had a woman who wanted nothing white in her food. No white sugar, no white salt, no white potatoes. She did let me do turnips. That was fair. But just because the white stuff is more processed, so I had to use the pink Himalayan salt, things like that. And I can work with anything.
Okay. All right, so dietary needs, gluten issues. Do you do gluten-free?
My base Mediterranean menu is naturally gluten-free and naturally a paleo menu, if you're into that.
Very nice. Well, and do you have extra fat menus for many that might want something like that?
We don't need, stop pointing at me like that. We don't need extra fat menus. And I got to tell you,
all tacos.
Now we could get creative with some really good healthy tacos.
Yes, actually you could.
That would be great. One of your recent clients wrote in and said, she just loved having you in the home. Chef Matt Curry came to our home this afternoon, planned out our menu for the next week, and this was in advance. You've already done the job now. Mm-hmm. He's going to be cooking in our kitchen next Monday. We're excited to watch as he creates his tasty masterpieces right in front of us. And then her husband chimed in and said, "Oh my gosh, this was amazing."
Thank you, Jill and Sergio.
Yeah, Jill.
Right?
Jill,
I mean, is that what you get from people? I mean, are they just in awe of the whole idea of having dinner in their fridge now?
Well, I am a chef, so I must have a giant ego. So yeah, they're mostly it's like viewing a masterpiece when you watch me work. I'm kidding.
I believe you. You take all of that and turn it into some beautiful, beautiful things. Do you do any other services? Do you provide catering for dinner parties or anything like that?
Yeah, catering's kind of the wrong word to use.
Oh, sorry.
The only catch is I have to cook all the food in your home because I don't have a commercial kitchen.
Okay.
But I love doing dinner parties. In fact, I sat down with a woman yesterday because she bought my service through one of the silent auctions that I donate to.
Nice.
And she sat down and said, "Would you be willing to do a dinner party?" Like before she got the word party out of her mouth, like, yes, I would.
Yes.
I would love to, because it's one of the best lines I ever heard as we go into commercial is somebody said, "Wow, this is nice. It's 2 hours before my dinner party, and I'm drinking wine and relaxing."
Relaxing before your party.
ChefCurrysCuisine.com. That's ChefCurrysCuisine.com. Thanks for coming in. And by the way, those are amazing.
Appreciate it.
Love that. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got more positive business talk right after I finish my plate.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
This is a special announcement for all Americans who owe back taxes to the IRS or state. Pay attention. There's a special toll-free hotline set up especially for you. This hotline will give you free information on how you can legally reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call the taxpayer hotline today at 1-800-442-4840. Grab a pen or put the number in your cell phone. 1-800-442-4840. You'll speak with qualified professionals who will tell you how to stop the collection calls, IRS letters, bank levies, and wage garnishments. And they'll deal directly with the IRS on your behalf so you don't have to. Even if you haven't filed returns or are already in a payment plan, you can still get relief. New IRS settlement policies have opened the doors for a fresh start. But hurry, this won't last forever, and your tax problem will only get worse if you do nothing or try to handle it yourself. It makes a big difference in who you call. So call the taxpayer hotline today for free information. 1-800-442-4840. 1-800-442-4840.
After 35 years in law enforcement, I thought I'd seen it all and survived it all, and had witnessed firsthand how the scourge of alcohol destroyed lives and families, leaving only heartbreak and suffering in its wake. Yet even armed with that knowledge, I was not immune to the manner in which alcohol crept into my own life, slowly drawing me away from all that I loved to the point where the urge to drink became the only constant. Promises made in the morning to quit, to stop, quickly faded when the sun went down. I tried a number of solutions, from 12 steps to healthcare intervention, but none of it worked. And then I found Go Sober. The cravings ended almost immediately. The follow-up care reintroduced me to a life I thought was gone forever. I've rediscovered the joy of living. The sadness is gone. If you or someone you love is ready to fight alcohol and get your life back on track, you owe it to yourself to include Go Sober in your battle plan.
Call Go Sober at 303-827-4837 or go to their website, gosober.org. Where do you keep the things that are most important to you? At home, right? But just how secure is your home? Do you own a security system? And if so, is it currently being monitored? Have you signed up for monitoring service only to find out there were rate hikes and other hidden fees buried in the fine print? It's time for something different, something better. ProSec is changing the way Coloradans look at security. ProSec will send a professional to your home, evaluate your needs, and give you an honest assessment. No hidden agendas, fees, or complicated contract terms. And with ProSec, your monthly rate is guaranteed for the entire term of your agreement. Stop paying those increasing rates and let ProSec take the mystery out of home security. Call 303-835-8100, 303-835-8100, or visit ProSecAlarm.com. That's PROSEC alarm.com. Get a free home security camera system or up to 4 months of free monitoring with new account activation.
This is Albert Mohler for townhall.com. The Supreme Court recently put itself in the business of picking winners and losers, and it picked some big losers in its recent announcement on a case it would not hear. The loser? Christian pharmacists in Washington state. The court announced that it would not take a case filed by pharmacists in that state who claimed that their religious liberty had been infringed upon because they were required to stock and to dispense the so-called emergency contraceptive, a drug or pharmaceutical that actually brings about the early abortion of a human being. Justice Alito responded in outrage, saying, "This case is an ominous sign. At issue are Washington state regulations that are likely to make a pharmacist unemployable if he or she objects on religious grounds to dispensing certain prescription medications." The justice then wrote, "If this is a sign of how religious liberty claims will be treated in years ahead, those who value religious freedom have cause for great concern." This is indeed an ominous and important prediction from a sitting justice on the United States Supreme Court. I'm Albert Mohler.
Pastor Camp is the one to call.
Hot house, air conditioner running constantly, still uncomfortable? It may be time for a new cooling and heating system. With over 50 years of experience and a 100% satisfaction guarantee, Pastor Camp's the one to call. Ask them about a new energy-efficient Lennox Ultimate Home Comfort System that will keep you cool in the summer, warm in the winter, and save you money on your utility bills. Call Pastor Camp today at 303-777-1234 or visit pastorcamp.com.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. We want to interact with you live on the show. We want you to fan brag, say something nice about somebody else in business. The toll-free hotline works right now, 855-FAN-BRAG, 855-326-2724. If you call live during the show, if you're hearing us, we are live right now waiting for that call. We'll talk to you during the show. If you call after the show, 24/7, you will take your recording and we'll play it on the air, just like we did now.
Hi, this is Holly Claire with The Social Media Advisor, calling today about Jill Christensen International. If you have never met Jill, then you've not met a top-notch professional who is seasoned in corporate America as far as CEO, CIO level professionalism. Jill has come from a lot of large organizations, helped manage human resources, and develop employee engagement. So if you've ever been to a company or called a customer service hotline where the people there are just miserable and don't provide customer service, chances are it has to do with the employee engagement that the company's provided. So those are a great introduction for her. She's got a really wonderful book that's a top seller, and you really should take a minute to meet her, get connected to that book, and see what she's about. If you'd like to meet Jill, you can find her website at JillChristensenInternational.com, which is JillChristensenIntl.com. You can reach her at 303-999-9224. I guarantee you won't be sorry. She's definitely someone you want to have in your network. Have a great day.
And that's Holly. And thank you, Holly, for the fan brag. JillChristensenIntl.com is the website. And the book is called If Not You, Who?
Yeah, cracking the code of employee disengagement, and it's an epidemic that's actually going on, and we're very fortunate to have Jill in our world and available to come and speak to you and your group.
And thanks to Holly Clear, thesocialmediaadvisor.com for taking the time to call that in.
You know, and one of the things when we think about employee disengagement that actually kind of fits in, a Career Builder survey just surveyed more than 3,000 employees, and 82% of them said they keep their smartphones within eyeshot. Like, I can see it the whole time that I'm working. It is now the largest distraction in the office.
The smartphone is a distraction.
And
I thought
also
it was a tool.
An addictive productivity killer.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And it's not going to change because we're now using mobile apps as part of our day-to-day operations, which means we can't ban our phones from the office. We are using them as a tool for the office. However, we can teach employees to be more accountable when it comes to their cell phone use.
Okay, so how are we going to do that? How are we going to teach them to be more accountable and stay focused on their work?
Well, the first thing is to emphasize accountability, especially in the hiring process.
Hey, you were distracted. You're accountable.
Right? Also to rethink the traditional biggest weakness question, right? That they say the answer to that can provide a lot of information, but the one thing people forget to consider is what it says about accountability. A potential employee who owns up to his or her weaknesses or flaws and shows a conscious effort to overcome them is likely to be more disciplined.
So are we asking the employees then to identify their phone as one of their biggest weaknesses?
Yes, right.
Wow.
How they manage their time, how they prioritize tasks, how long it takes them to complete certain tasks, and how they can stay focused, and what do they do when the distractions come into play, help them veer off track.
All right, here's another way you can help your employees stay focused, and that is to remind them to take breaks. In many cases, employees glance over at their phone simply because they need a break, and that's a good thing. They need a moment to rest their brain and step away from whatever it's been working on. However, they don't always feel comfortable taking an obvious moment to refocus because they're worried their boss is going to think they're lazy. So instead of getting up and moving around for a few minutes, they'll sneak a look at their phone, and then they get sucked in.
Right, and they do. So allow for break times. Let them know that little break is okay.
There's a time and a place.
Check your Facebook, right? Go to the break room, check it, and then get back to work. Provide feedback on work priorities. Right? So let's be specific about your workplace objectives. Setting deadlines for projects isn't enough. Break down big goals into small, achievable steps. So this way, instead of feeling overwhelmed by where to begin, they can stay motivated and focused on the work that they need to do. And so a lot of times when they're overwhelmed or they're stuck, then a distraction of a notification that pops up on their phone is welcomed.
Absolutely. So be specific about your workplace objectives. I like it. Recognize hard work.
Hard work, right? Because incessant phone use is a sign of apathy in the workplace.
You bet it is.
So don't reward that behavior.
Right. Don't
say you guys are really doing a bang-up job when you see them just tapping on their phones all day long.
But when they're getting the job done, acknowledge that. We always said as your kids were growing up, reward the behavior, right?
Reward the behavior you want to see repeated, right? Make sure they feel appreciated even for the little things, and especially recognize your employees in front of their peers.
You bet.
A private accolade, a little note, that's nice, and you can do that in addition, but don't forego the accolades in front of their peers and the recognition in front of their peers. And be sure your managers are taking time to acknowledge their team as well.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
And small things make a big difference.
A huge difference, even sometimes more than the paycheck itself. Folks, smartphones are part of life. They're not going away. They're going to be in the office. Employees are going to check them from time to time. But it doesn't mean that you can't learn the skills necessary to have control over their own productivity. And so as we enter into the new era of smartphone squirrels,
right?
Can we call them that?
They are
smartphone squirrels.
They're the apps, right? And in order to create a distraction-free phone, you have to remove all the apps from your phone.
Seriously.
But we actually want to encourage you to add one more, because we know you're not going to delete them. So let's add one more.
Which one?
You add the Experience Pros Radio Show app.
That's right. You can find it at experiencepros.com/radio. It's experiencepros.com/radio, and download that app, and then you'll have one-touch access to either text us a fan brag or leave us a 60-second voice fan brag, little talkback thing. We'd love to have you participate in the show in that regard. We have to take a quick station ID, top of the hour, get the news and all of that kind of stuff. But don't go anywhere, folks, because there's all kinds of cool stuff, and we might be flying to work someday. We'll be back after these messages.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. This is the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact the Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or contact them on the web at experiencepros.com or on Facebook and Twitter at Experience Pros. If your customers love you, we want to know you. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
Arvada, Denver. We're all about money.
Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. 2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than Experience.
The Colorado Business Roundtable brings you Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. Hear from key leaders in Colorado's business community, advocating for proactive business policies that strengthen the economy and help business grow and thrive in Colorado, as well as helping to make Colorado the best place to live now and for generations to come. Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 and MoneyTalk1690.com. Colorado has the most dynamic business people. Join us on 1690 Denver's Money Talk every Saturday from 8 to 10 a.m. for Pro Business Colorado. Dave Tabor will be speaking with Colorado's dynamic business people who will share their stories of successes and failures, fascinating insights on what goes on behind the scenes, tips and advice, and other personal small business insights. Join us on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. every Saturday from 8 to 10 a.m. to be inspired, motivated, informed, and entertained with people who believe in the entrepreneurial dream.
Hey everyone, it's Eric and Angel inviting you to check out ExperienceProsDeals.com.
Our pro pick of the week is the Ostrich Baskets Say Cheese and Sausage gift basket.
Nothing says I appreciate you and your business or welcome to the team better than the Say Cheese and Sausage gift basket.
With bamboo cutting board, 15-inch display tray, cheeses, crackers, summer sausage, and gourmet chocolates, this is one gift that keeps on giving.
50% off at ExperienceProsDeals.com. That's ExperienceProsDeals.com.
So you thought that putting off your hearing test for another year wasn't a big deal. Well, maybe you should think again. I'm Barbara Jenkins, Colorado's first board-certified doctor of audiology. For the last few years, we've known that untreated hearing loss increases your risk of dementia. Now, a study from Johns Hopkins shows that untreated hearing loss actually causes brain shrinkage. Not only does this affect your communication ability, but it also affects your memory as well. It's just one more in a litany of studies that underscores the importance of treating your hearing loss now, not later. For a synopsis of this study, or to have your hearing tested, go to advancedaudiology.com or call us at 303-649-2122. Hearing problems are easy to dismiss, but treating them now can help more than just your ears. That's 303-649-2122. Because at Advanced Audiology, we take your hearing seriously.
Want a heavy-duty American-made vacuum that makes the others look like they? Come to All Ray's Vacuum and Sewing, where service and quality still count. All Ray's Vacuum is the oldest vacuum location in town for over 35 years. With over 200 makes and models on display and over 10,000 bags, belts, and parts in stock, you'll be sure to find what you need. So visit All Ray's for all your vacuum and sewing machine needs at 3740 South Broadway, just south of Hamden, or visit them online at allraysvacuum.com. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know that customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. Very happy to have you along on the big broadcast. We're having a good time.
We are having fun.
Oh yeah,
right. It's a good time. Great studio, great guests. The morning crew here is pretty phenomenal.
They really are, and so tip of the hat, I should say, to the crew that pulls this all together. Our producer Bill, our videographer Mark, and then all the shenanigans that happen in the hallways. And boy, howdy, there are shenanigans that happen in the hallways.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, of course you don't. Okay, so guess what time it is?
It's time.
It's time for You Choose the News. That's right. You Choose the News, top of the hour game show that we like to do every hour. Really has very little to do with news that's going to make any kind of a change in your day, except that it might put a smile on your face, which could change everything.
A smile can change a lot.
Absolutely. And this from one of our listeners. Sup, Wings?
Sup, Nick?
There you go. See, you can interact with us live on the air, and we will. We're kind of like trained monkeys that way. And Nick said something. We must say hello. But we are glad.
Yeah, you are kind of like that.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, he's totally distracted.
You notice that he does not, no, not totally distracted.
You do. You get all, you do.
I know what good show business is, and so we just kind of go along the line there.
And you get distracted.
I should talk to her about...
See, he's distracted right now. Can you talk about the news? Can you talk about the news at all? Can you read us a headline?
I should talk to her about the birds.
Hello?
I don't know what that is.
Bueller, come back to work.
Oh, the doves. No, I'm not going to. No. Nick,
back to work.
No, I'm not going to talk to her about the doves. Okay, back to You Choose the News. Here's this. I don't care. Put it on. That's one. Number 2, real life Batman.
Ooh. Okay, I want that one.
You can't. You didn't even hear.
I chose.
You don't. You got to know.
I got to choose
until you know what the third one is.
But I chose which one I wanted to hear first.
All right. Okay. Famous angels in the news. You sure?
Batman.
All right. That's not the title of the third one either. It's what do I call this?
Oh, geez. I want that one.
Tower says you are cleared for takeoff.
Yeah,
okay.
I wanted that one.
Stop. Russian real life. Nick. Russian real life Batman wages war on Moscow criminals. I've been to Moscow twice. Largest city I've ever been to. It looks like Gotham City. It's just massive. And Russian real life Batman. About a month ago, a Russian vigilante wearing a Batman costume. Sorry. You know, every time adults put on Batman costumes and superhero costumes, we were in the parade.
Mm-hmm. I know. We were in the parade.
Yeah.
You should have seen the costume Eric was wearing.
Stop.
Oh, that's right. You took it off before the parade.
Wolverine looked great.
Wolverine did look great.
In the parade, there's a group of Marvel comic characters. Right? Wolverine looked great. And Spider-Man looked great, right?
Okay.
Batman.
I didn't see Batman.
Well, you wouldn't have recognized him. He has seen better days.
Really?
I am Batman.
I didn't see him.
Batman has retired and his belly has distended.
Did Batman have a belly?
Oh, Batman.
I was thinking maybe he was in a wheel-chair or
Batman
something.
had
right?
a keg.
A keg?
Oh yeah.
A keg, like belly, like the size of his belly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought maybe he broke his leg or something. He's on crutches or something.
No, he was wearing pajamas and he was nursing his belly and probably shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, it would be bad if he showed up wearing.
So I always giggle when somebody's wearing, I am a vigilante, take me seriously. Hold on, my spandex is getting me a little wedgie. Russian vigilante wearing a Batman costume declared war on drug dealers doing business in his neighborhood. So far, he claims to have captured about 40 criminals.
Wow.
Maybe he knows Taekwondo.
Maybe it's Eric Estrada.
Oh, Eric Estrada. He's 70 years old, right?
Could you imagine? He's a motorcycle riding cop, a real one.
In Chips, in the TV series Chips, Eric Estrada was that. You see, Nick says Chips, baby. He would ride the motorcycle and pull you over and catch the bad guys. Eric Estrada is now an honest-to-God cop.
Right? But imagine getting pulled over by him.
Now, there are people, anybody who is 30 years or younger has no idea who we're even talking about.
Oh, he was an icon in our youth.
In your youth.
Right?
So he told the police, this new Batman dude, it started in the beginning of June when a taxi driver witnessed a man dressed as Batman entering the building and later proved to be a drug den in the middle of the night. He told police that he soon started hearing people screaming and things being thrown around inside. The mysterious man then walked out, threw some sort of firebomb at the ground, and disappeared into the shadows. Hold on for just a minute. Throw down the bomb. Gotta wait for the smoke to come, and now I will tiptoe away. I'm Batman.
Yeah, you're just jealous. You want to be Batman too.
I could totally rock Batman.
Yes. Always be yourself.
Yeah.
Unless you can be Batman.
He says, I don't kill or cripple, and I'm not against the police or authorities, but I do root out the evil that the police and the authorities can't reach. Anyone can leave him a local tip on his Twitter page. And his name is The Reaper.
Oh, he's the Reaper?
Yeah. His Twitter is JNEC Reaper. JNEC Reaper. All right. So that was that one. I don't care. Put it on. Or, Tower, are we cleared for takeoff?
Are we cleared for takeoff?
All right. You're really not calling the tower, but you might be asking your wife or husband. You see, imagine an aircraft that can be powered from a wall socket, take off from the garden, and with electric engines so quiet the noise won't bother the neighbors. Yes, personal airplanes are closing in. That's the vision behind Lilium, an ultralight electric plane concept that its German design team hopes to have on sale by 2018.
Cool.
I can't wait.
Really?
Oh, gosh, yes.
Really? You would do that?
I would do that. Do not even think about getting me up in a... listener Nick, he says, that dove was ready for takeoff. That's probably true.
Yeah, so you have a height thing, right? And so this one would be okay though.
I don't have a height thing. I don't mind getting in planes and flying in planes and things like that.
Okay.
And flying in planes would be really cool.
But not hot air balloons.
Not hot air balloons. Those things are completely uncontrollable. No. No. And if the hottest girl in the world said it would be so romantic if you proposed in a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
Well, I would probably do that. I'd probably
You'd be like, forget about it.
No.
Forget about it.
I'd think twice, but I'd probably do that.
Do it?
For her, sure.
Yeah, all right.
It requires only a flat area of 15 meters by 15 meters to take off. This plane does. It's an everyday aircraft. The goal is to develop...
Are we having problems with like drones flying around in spaces they shouldn't be in? So now we're going to put
sure.
Bigger thing.
Well,
they're like bigger drones.
The FAA just released, actually, this is not a drone in any way, shape, or form. It's an actual airplane with a ducted fan engine. So it's like a jet, right? Compact size means you don't have to fit in an airport scheduling to take off and land. There's the battery that could be charged by an ordinary domestic supply. Price tag? Well, no price tag yet. But the ESA says it's cheaper to buy and run similar sized aircraft currently on the market. I'm excited. I want to see one of these things roll out. I want to watch one of my neighbors go down the driveway and take off.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Right? That would be awesome. While wearing a Batman costume.
And there's, yes. Yes. I'm Batman.
Right?
I might need a few more than 15 meters, though, because my belly is kind of like Batman.
Do you have the matching? Maybe. Oh, it was you in the Batman costume, wasn't it?
I don't care. Put it on.
I'm just saying we didn't see Eric and the Batman at the same
Nobody
time.
Ever has.
Right? Okay, so what are you talking
Lakewood,
about?
New Jersey, a minor league baseball team in New Jersey is going to celebrate cats, the feline persuasion, during a special Catter Day game. Yes, you heard me say Catter Day. Featuring limited edition uniforms. What do these uniforms look like? They look like grandma made a quilt full of cats. The Lakewood Blue Claws will be wearing cats on the uniform. A lot of them. We gotta go. More positive business talk. Early, we're gonna get to the business part right after these messages. You're listening to Angel and Eric. This is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
You've heard of the show Shark Tank, but you need to be aware of the real sharks out there. To grow your business, you need money yesterday, but the banks aren't helping. Hard money lending is the answer, but look out. There are sharks in the water. Attorney and CPA Steve Replin will help you navigate the waters, avoid the sharks, and best of all, get you the money. Avoid the chum. Check out hardmoneycoaching.com. 303-322-7919. That's 303-322-7919.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
It's a difficult decision. When you finally decide to have your hearing tested, where do you go for professional care? Tens of thousands are spent every week on ads trying to convince you to come in for a free hearing test or a sale that's this week only. For professional care, I suggest you take a different approach. I'm Dr. Barbara Jenkins, owner of Advanced Audiology. I have 25 years of hospital and clinical experience treating both hearing loss and tinnitus. My first suggestion? Ask your physician who they would go to, not just who's on their list. Who do they trust? Second, go online and search Doctor of Audiology and then type in your area. You don't want an evaluation performed by a technician or hearing aid salesperson. Your hearing is a serious concern, so you should treat it as such. For more information, go to advancedaudiology.com or call 303-649-2122. Because at Advanced Audiology, we take your hearing seriously.
In the summer, it's hot in the upstairs bedrooms most of the day. My office is up there, man, and it's sweltering. So we use one of those big fans in the evening, but it pulls in too much dust and pollen. My allergies are going crazy. So my AC is running constantly, and the only cool place in the house is the basement. My wife's starting insisting we buy a new air conditioner, and that's when I called the people at Air Swap. Air Swap showed me my furnace and air conditioner are the right size for my house, and my air conditioner was working just fine. They adjusted the ductwork, created stronger airflow to distribute all that cool air in the basement, and this even helped us save electricity. The house is more comfortable in the winter, too. They reduced the big temperature difference between the floors, and now the upstairs is comfortable during the day and early evening. Yeah, I'd call Air Swap. 303-761-0729. 303-761-0729. And you can check them out on the web at air-swap.com. air-swap.com. That's 303-761-0729 or air-swap.com. Yeah, I'm really glad I called Air Swap. Statistics show that a burglary occurs on average every 13 seconds in the U.S., and homes without security systems are more than 3 times as likely to be affected. These facts may seem intimidating, but there's a simple answer when it comes to home security: ProSec. ProSec is changing the way Coloradans look at security. ProSec will send a professional to your home, evaluate your needs, and give you an honest assessment of your options. No hidden agendas, fees, or complicated contract terms. Your monthly rate is guaranteed for the entire term of your agreement. And ProSec is proud to be a local, Colorado-owned and operated company. Let ProSec take the mystery out of home security. Call 303-835-8100, 303-835-8100, or visit ProSecAlarm.com. That's PROSEC alarm.com. Get a free home security camera system or up to 4 months of free monitoring with new account activation.
Revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
This is America's home for positive business talk, and I am positively thankful that you've tuned in. The Experience Pros radio show with Angel and Eric.
There are a few of us old enough to recall a time before the internet, before everything was available at our fingertips. Remember, we used to keep encyclopedias in the house?
Oh, sure. Right? Absolutely.
We actually got rid of our encyclopedias a few years ago. Well, at one point we got rid of them. And then I missed them.
You missed your encyclopedia.
I did.
Did you want to go thumbing through and see what you could learn?
And so then went and I...
Did you buy new
encyclopedias? I bought new encyclopedias.
You bought new encyclopedias?
I bought used encyclopedias,
okay.
Right? And then had to, keep them for a few years. Did the Fuller Brush
Man come by, too?
Right, pretty much.
And by the way, you're talking about being old enough to remember all those things. Mm-hmm. There are people young enough who don't know who Eric Estrada is.
I know.
It's hard to imagine.
We talk about some of the things that we say here in radio about being on the dial.
Yeah.
Right.
There is no dial. No, it's all digital. It's all just digital. Numbers.
And now instead of saying dialing the phone, we're tapping the numbers.
I'm still dialing.
Right? Well, of course you are, because you're old, right? We're old, and we have these phrases that have been around. Talking about tapes and
you mean cassette tape cartridges that we listen to music on?
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, also, before the internet, the way that you got the word out in advertising was a 60-second commercial. Right? I mean, commercials were 60-second long. A happy woman selling the quicker picker-upper.
Oh, sure.
Right? Bounty,
absolutely.
right?
Bounty, yeah.
The bow-tied fella selling toilet paper.
That's going to be Charmin.
Right? And a guy in pajamas bemoaning, I can't believe I ate the whole thing.
I know that commercial. It's Alka-Seltzer.
Alka-Seltzer. They were the norm on television, and they're now becoming the norm on the web, too. Instagram launched its 60-second ad format back in January, just in time for the Super Bowl.
Instagram did.
Right? And they come in addition to the 15 and 30-second little spots that they had originally. Mm-hmm. And so why would they jump it up? Why bump it to 60 seconds when we think that everybody is all ADHD, right? Well, they're just scrolling through.
It turns out size matters. It really does.
Right? It seems like it would be a step backwards, right? Into the simpler, slower time of our age when we had more patience and time to watch ads. But they say it actually makes sense when you consider how views are evaluated online. When users click on content and then quickly click away, their visit may not be counted, or it may be counted as a bounce, in their bounce rate.
Sure.
But if they stay on the page, it's a hit or a visit, and the longer they stay, they call that engagement.
Engagement. It's the kind you don't have to be afraid of.
Hence the 60-second advertising format, keeping users on one screen for a longer period of time, increasing on-site instant engagement for Instagram or wherever you're using these 60-second ads.
When we started off on Facebook, they just told us to post. In fact, you might remember that back in the day when Facebook started, or at least when we started with Facebook, you would start with your name and you would use that as a part of the sentence you'd finish. So it would say Eric Raymer, and then you'd put it in the third person, is having a good day.
Right, yeah.
Remember that?
Right, yes.
And then they changed that, and so now we're posting in the first person, I'm having a good day. And then they said, well, you really want to get engagement, you want to put a picture on that, so there's a selfie, and I'm having a good day. And then recently, and by recently I mean in the last couple of years, you've seen people say, oh, no, selfies aren't good enough, you need video. And now it's live video, and it goes on and on. Guess what? Internet video advertising? Almost $10 billion.
Right.
Up 28% over just last year.
Which is really good news for even those of us in traditional advertising, because people are entering. It's easier to enter into the world of advertising.
That's right.
Before, it was one big jump. You had television, right? Or you had the Yellow Page ads. Whereas now you get these baby steps along the way that you can actually ease into, and it's an easier entry into advertising. But when you're thinking about making these 60-second ads,
yes,
right, here's some strategies behind it. Number one, create a brand-based strategy.
So don't just share random pictures.
Right? Infuse it with the same brand-based thinking as your social media accounts, right? With all of your branding. Who are you? What do you stand for? And making sure that that is integrated as well.
In this day and age, you got to use hashtags. Hashtags are what the kids use in order to find the relevant content. If you want your content to be relevant, put a hashtag on it. If you like it, you got to put a hashtag on it.
It's true, you do.
It's true.
It's true, you do.
Mm-hmm. That's called engagement.
Celebrate your customers. Talking about other people is always uplifting other people is always a great marketing strategy. It can be all about your customer. Address their wants, their needs, their desires, share their stories and images. Make sure you credit them, like them, follow them, mention them, and in turn, they'll celebrate your stories.
Take memorable photos. Creative, interesting, and memorable photos get more traction on Instagram than those that look like your old family photo albums. Yesterday, you were wearing a
turquoise.
Turquoise, sorry. Is there a difference?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You were wearing one of those off green color dresses, and we had a moment that, with all the activities were going on, I took a picture of you because I always use them for promo purposes and make memes and things like that. But what I did to that picture made you say, wait a minute. I put a filter on it and turned your dress black.
I know, my dress was black.
It was pretty cool.
Which was pretty, I was like, wow, how did you do that?
Filter.
It's amazing what our phones can do.
It was a memorable photo.
There are filters that, and we can do a whole segment just on filters, some that have more engagement.
And I don't have any.
And are appealing. Well, you had one yesterday.
Filters?
Turned my dress black.
Oh, that filter.
That's what we're talking about. Did you jump?
Filter.
Did you jump? I mean, you left the conversation.
It's kind of like I love pizza and I love the most beautiful girl in the world. Two different loves, two different filters.
But we were talking about the one filter.
I'm very aware of that.
Right? But now you're talking about the most beautiful girl in the world. Is this like the most interesting man in the world?
It could be.
Right?
Should we ship her off to the moon?
Well, he was here for many, many years before he got shipped.
I know.
And I think you should ship her off in a hot air balloon.
You watch your foul mouth. You said ship over the air.
Share product videos.
Yes.
Right? In your 1 minute, 60-second videos. Making sure that they're engaging and interesting as your photos for a more memorable effect and a better engagement.
Be yourself. Listen, nothing sells more than authenticity. If I believe in you, I'll buy your product. I'll buy your service. I'll buy your widget if I believe in you. If I don't believe in you, you will never get me to part with my money.
And remember that engagement is a two-way street. Right? We want them to like it. We want them to follow it. We want them to share.
Yes.
But remember that we want to encourage them to share their opinion and share their thoughts, but we want to then interact with those opinions and their thoughts.
Absolutely.
Don't ignore them.
And don't ask somebody to do something that you yourself are unwilling to do. If you're not going to interact and comment and share somebody else's post, what in the world makes you think that they're going to want to do that for you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it is a two-way street, social media. So really fun to see the 60-second ads getting a boost online because you're also getting a boost in traditional advertising as well.
Yes. Absolutely.
What are you grinning about?
Well, I love the interaction that we have with our listeners, and listener Nick is late for class. Folks, don't go anywhere. We have more positive business talk. The market's open, just about 20 seconds, and we'll want to find out what's going there. Do business with people who do business with the pros.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no...
This is Jeff Thompson, the retirement jock and investment advisor and financial planner for J.F. Thompson Wealth Management. Please join me on Denver's Money Talk Radio as we chat about how to protect your investment portfolio and overall financial plan. So listen to me, Jeff Thompson, the retirement jock, 8 a.m. on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. KDMT, where I coach you on how money really works.
Jeff Thompson, the retirement jock, weekday mornings at 8 on KDMT, Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m.
Hey, it's Hugh Hewitt. The best conservative conference of them all has finally made its way to Colorado. This is Hugh Hewitt, and I'm looking forward to the 2016 Red State Gathering at the Grand Hyatt Hotel in Denver, August 12th through 14th. It's a weekend packed with all-star speakers, fun-filled receptions, hundreds of patriotic friends, just 90 days before the election. Speakers include Rick Perry, Colorado Congressman Ken Buck will be there, along with some of your favorites from 710 KNUS, including Peter Boyles, Town Hall's Katie Pavlik and Guy Benson, Hot Air's Ed Morrissey. We've also invited South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, Senator Ted Cruz, among other elected officials. We expect to hear from them soon. Attendees at this year's Red State Gathering will be able to participate in activism training, learn the latest issue updates from the program tracks on criminal justice reform and crony capitalism. Seats are going quickly, so reserve your spot today. Use discount code DENVER to save $50 off registration. Visit redstate.com for more information. The Red State Gathering in Denver. It's one political party you won't want to miss.
In the summer, it's hot in the upstairs bedrooms most of the day. Our office is up there and it's sweltering. We've used one of those big fans in the evening, but it pulls in too much dust and pollen. The AC ran constantly, yet the only cool place in the house is the basement. My husband started insisting we buy a new air conditioner, and that's when I called the people at AirSwap. AirSwap showed me my furnace and air conditioner are the right size for my house, and my air conditioner was working just fine. They adjusted our ductwork, created strong airflow to distribute all that cool air in the basement. And this even helped us save electricity. The house is more comfortable in the winter as well. They reduced the big temperature difference between the floors, and now the upstairs is comfortable during the day and early evening. Call them at 303-761-0729, on the web at air-swap.com, 303-761-0729, or air-swap.com.
Two of the greatest concerns that most Americans have, especially as they grow older, are their health and their financial well-being. America's Wellness Clinic is dedicated to providing sensible health care solutions and practical wealth-building strategies. Medicare's annual wellness visit is the flagship of the clinic's health-related services. They pay 100% for the visit with zero copay. America's Wellness Clinic also offers Beamer technology, an application that boosts circulation, regenerative abilities for injuries, and increases mental acuity. And America's Wellness Clinic provides a simple test that reveals which prescription drugs will work best for you. And what about your financial well-being? America's Wellness Clinic provides continuous seminars and information about reverse mortgages, insurance, tax and estate planning, long-term care, housing transitions, and alternative investments. Let America's Wellness Clinic provide you with sensible health and wealth solutions. Call 303-985-4604 or visit them online at americaswellnessclinic.com.
Take your home like it is and let us help you make it like you want it. Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. We've been doing just that for over 30 years now. 800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
Dear John, uncontrolled high blood pressure is serious, and I can quit whenever I want. But when I quit, you quit. Sincerely, your heart.
To get your high blood pressure to a healthy range, visit heart.org/blood pressure. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. We do appreciate you for taking time out of your business day to join us for hours. What do you do when something goes wrong? And I injured myself at work.
Yeah, he sat down
at my workout.
He sat down, and so now he's in pain. And
I am in pain.
But he had what did you have before? You had that serious groin injury from coughing.
Do not make fun of my serious groin injury. It was serious
from a cough. Right. Sometimes your experience can actually help turn you into an expert, which is what happened to our next guest, Marietta Vargas. She is with AFLAC. She spent 8 years in the Army as a medic, joined the financial industry industry as an advisor and then as a wholesaler. After she started her family, she decided to become an entrepreneur, and she chose to represent AFLAC because of her own personal claims experiences with the company. Marietta, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Thanks for having me.
Marietta, it's fantastic having you. What was your experience? Can you give us a short version of what happened?
Sure. I had a preemie 3 years ago. So
a what?
A preemie.
What is a preemie? Can I have one?
You don't want one.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you do, but maybe not.
What is a preemie?
So my daughter was born 2 months early, and she was 2.5 pounds. Yeah, not the glamorous child rearing experience we thought we were going to have. We had AFLAC, and so I actually hadn't even had my plan long enough for AFLAC to pay out, and they paid me anyway. So we got home without my baby, and about 4 days later, we got a $7,000 check that I wasn't expecting, which we then used to pay our mortgage. So that kept us in our house and kept us focused on what do we do with this brand new preemie instead of how are we going to pay all of our bills.
Right, because a lot of times, though, these medical crises, right, they turn into also a financial crises as well, and taking your focus off. And so here you have this brand new baby, born way too soon, needed lots of attention, and of course you could have had an additional strain on your marriage, right? Your brand new beautiful family. And so how long? So you were a customer then of AFLAC and got to experience just what great care they took of you and your family. Tell us how that made you feel. I mean, what was your experience there?
It was unlike any insurance experience I've ever had. And I've been in this industry for a long time. So I was used to having to fight to get claims paid.
Right.
And so I called my AFLAC guy and actually told him, I'm not turning this claim in because I've read all the black and white fine print. They're not going to pay me. I don't need this frustration on top of everything else that's going on. And he said, listen, lady, just turn it in, okay? If they don't pay you, they don't pay you, but let's just see what happens because typically AFLAC will try to find a way to pay you. And I said, okay. So.
Which is an unusual spin on insurance, right? Because like you said, I think insurance is the oddest industry because I'm your customer. I'm paying you for a service, and then as soon as I need that service, you're arguing with me to not provide me with that service.
Cutting corners.
Such a common experience.
It is the most unusual when you think about anything you buy, anything you purchase, right? You go to a restaurant, I expect to be served. I would like a steak, and I would like it medium. Well, you can't have a steak, right? We're only going to give you chicken. We're going to charge you for the steak, but you're getting chicken. It is the most bizarre. But
okay, I got a question. Marietta, how long did it take? You kind of alluded to it in the story. How long did it take from the point you filed the claim to the point where you had a check in hand?
4 days.
Shut the front door.
And actually now we pay in 24 hours. We have something called one-day pay.
Wow.
It's all electronic and it direct deposits straight into people's accounts. It's pretty fantastic. We didn't have that way back when, so it took a whole 4 days, but it's pretty quick.
4 days.
Right. All right, so jumping into, you were in the military. Thank you for your service in the Army. You worked corporately, decided to become an entrepreneur. Was there anything, Marietta, that you thought by being an entrepreneur, it's going to be like this, it's going to go totally this way?
Only to find out, surprise!
So I did it before in the financial industry, and so I was a little bit better at it this time. But I think that, you don't become an entrepreneur if you want balance in your life. I think that's a kind of a universal truth. We learn how to balance things more and more as we move along. But yeah, the first year is always really tough. I look back and think I wish I would have exercised more and not spent so much time chasing this or that. But I don't know if there's any cure for that. It's just a very unbalanced thing for a while.
All right, so give us an example. Well, first of all, let's get some contact information out. How do people reach you directly?
They can call me 720-233-9744, or they can email me Marietta_Vargas@us.aflac.com. which is really long.
Yeah, let's do the phone number. Do the phone number one more time.
720-233-9744.
We'll make sure that people can get in touch with you by way of the interweb as well. And you're a member of the Extreme Customer Service Directory.
I am.
You have been vetted and approved. How would you describe the guest or customer experience when people come to you? What can they expect?
Personal service, and I am approachable, and you can reach me. So that number is my cell phone. I want people to have that. When they have a claim, I want them to call me, because there's lots of things that we need to walk through the first time so that they feel comfortable with that claims experience. That's really when I get to shine. Signing up groups is great, and that's a lot of fun, but really when I get to prove my worth is when people have claims.
So I had this injury in my, I sat down. I did. I tore whatever that, I don't know if I tore it, whatever I did, something bad happened. Do I have to claim that to my insurance first and get that started before I use AFLAC?
No, so AFLAC does not coordinate with any other benefits. It doesn't coordinate with major medical. It doesn't coordinate with workers' comp. And all that means is AFLAC doesn't care what anyone else is paying for. They're still going to pay you for your injury.
Right. If something bad happened to you, they stand all on their own, and it's super affordable. I was really shocked by that, because everything else in our insurance world we were told was affordable, right? And it isn't. And a lot of the benefits that you provide are far more well-rounded than I think a lot of people think.
Yep, AFLAC is designed to fill in those gaps that major medical doesn't cover. It's important to have major medical because that's going to cap your risk. So, for example, if your maximum out of pocket is $9,000 on your major medical plan, you want that, because if you have an accident that costs you $200,000, you want to have that capped. And then AFLAC comes in and fills in the gaps. Like maybe you have a $3,000 deductible. You can use your AFLAC to pay for that. Or you can use your AFLAC to fly to Hawaii and recover from your broken leg there.
Wait, what?
Totally up to you.
How you spend the money, right? So tell me about your little girl. How's she doing now?
She's great. She's almost 3.5, and she's perfect. So, she doesn't have any of the million things they said would be wrong with her. Right. Little asthma, no big deal. We can handle that. She just injured her knee the other day from overuse.
What happened?
So,
Did she sit down?
Do we claim AFLAC? Do we go to Hawaii?
Well, we actually are. But she jumped on the trampoline a little too long, which is an accident. We didn't know that was
kind of like sitting down.
Yeah, exactly. And so she was limping on July 5th. And I said, honey, what's wrong? My knee hurts. We went to the urgent care. We did the x-rays. Nothing's broken. Wrap it, ice it. Try to keep your 3-year-old still.
Try to keep your 3-year-old still.
Yeah. It's worked out really well.
Right.
But yeah, she's doing great.
Okay, so you're a mom, working mom. What advice do you have for working moms?
Choose the right spouse.
You might be able
I really couldn't do this without.
Chosen wisely.
We don't have any family in town, so it becomes really important that I have a supportive spouse, and so and that he has a sense of humor. Really, you need that as an entrepreneur, because if you can't laugh at yourself, there's going to be a lot of bad days.
I love it. Choose the right spouse. Yes, that is excellent advice. We're talking with Marietta Vargas with AFLAC, member of the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Also, as a member of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, you qualify for group benefits with AFLAC. You can call Marietta personally. She will take your call, 720-233-9744. Again, 720-233-9744.
And I can get to go to Hawaii.
Well, something like that. Okay, so what is the best way that you have found, as business owners? I think we always think, well, we'll build it and people will just show up. What's the best thing you've done for marketing?
Face-to-face direct marketing. So Experience Pros has been one of those groups that's been amazing. I've found some really great referral partners within Experience Pros.
Okay.
Everyone knows the duck from AFLAC. No one has any idea, even within the industry, what does AFLAC do?
Right.
So it's really important for me to be able to talk to people face to face, explain what I do, and figure out how we can work together. And that's really been the biggest benefit.
Marietta, give your number one more time.
720-233-9744.
Don't wait. Call now. You get to go to Hawaii if you sit down like me. Folks, we'll be back with more positive business talk. Thank you to Marietta Vargas, and gosh, I hope nothing bad happens, but if it does, you need AFLAC. We'll be back after this.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
This is a special notice to all U.S. taxpayers. If you owe the IRS or state-backed taxes and cannot afford to pay them back, there's good news. Due to the financial hardship many are facing in today's economy, the IRS has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative. Qualifying for this program will resolve your tax problem, end all collections, and possibly reduce your back taxes by up to 90%. If you are facing wage garnishments, liens, bank levies, audits, or payroll taxes, it's not too late. Your circumstances may qualify you for this special program, protecting your savings and your assets. If you owe the IRS or state-backed taxes and cannot afford to pay them back, there's no need to worry anymore. Call the hotline at Victory Tax Solutions to see if you qualify and potentially save thousands. For this free information, call 800-352-4757. 800-352-4757. That's 800-352-4757.
Did you know that every dollar you put into a piece of real estate makes you money 5 ways? Cash flow, money in your pocket each month. Equity capture, the thousands of dollars you create when you have the right team and buy the right property using the right map. Appreciation. Real estate doubles in value about every 10 years. Equity buildup. Renters pay down your mortgage each month. And finally, the tax advantage. We pay almost no taxes on our cash flow and capital gains. These are the 5 ways we make money in real estate, which is why real estate accounts for more millionaires in the world today than any other investment vehicle. You should have some real estate in your portfolio. To learn how, attend one of our free workshops. Call 1-866-971-8970 or go to 5wayswemakemoney.com and register for the next available workshop. That's 866-971-8970 or go to 5wayswemakemoney.com.
Hey, it's Hugh Hewitt. The best conservative conference of them all has finally made its way to Colorado. This is Hugh Hewitt, and I'm looking forward to the 2016 Red State Gathering at the Grand Hyatt Hotel in Denver, August 12th through 14th. It's a weekend packed with all-star speakers, fun-filled receptions, hundreds of patriotic friends, just 90 days before the election. Speakers include Rick Perry, Colorado Congressman Ken Buck will be there, along with some of your favorites from 710 KNUS, including Peter Boyles, Town Hall's Katie Pavlik, and Guy Benson, Hot Air's Ed Morrissey. We've also invited South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, Senator Ted Cruz, among other elected officials. We expect to hear from them soon. Attendees at this year's Red State Gathering will be able to participate in activism training, learn the latest issue updates from the program tracks on criminal justice reform and crony capitalism. Seats are going quickly, so reserve your spot today. Use discount code DENVER to save $50 off registration. Visit redstate.com for more information. The Red State Gathering in Denver. It's one political party you won't want to miss.
Hi, this is Master Gunnery Sergeant Jeff Cooper. I also am a listener to 710 KNUS. After my wife and I survived a near-death head-on motorcycle crash, we called attorney Jeremy Cave for help. He worked day and night to get us what we were entitled to. Unlike a lot of attorneys today, Jeremy Cave makes house calls. He's been there for us every step of the way. Jeremy understands that many of you folks who listen to this station prefer to have a lawyer who sees things from your point of view. Well, I certainly do. I think it's time to put the personal back into handling personal injury. For more information, visit cavelawyer.com. Again, that's cavelawyer.com.
Jeremy Cave only gets paid when you do. Call Cave Law now for a free at-home consultation. 720-213-3737. If you're injured in an accident, call 720-213-3737 or check out the brand new website, cavelawyer.com. That's cavelawyer.com. Personal and caring service from Cave Law. Call Jeremy today, 720-213-3737.
Hi, it's Peter Boyles. I'm in my 70s now, and I really feel better than ever. I've had bypass surgery, come away from drugs and alcohol. All these things aside, the most amazing thing that's happened to me in these last couple of years is meeting our great family friend, physician MD, Dr. Julie McCallan. She's changed my life, my daughter's life. She's a gifted healer, changing the lives of so many people. When everything is going wrong in my life, she made an enormous difference in me, physically and emotionally. And here she is, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Julie McCallan.
Thank you, Peter. Are you struggling with low energy and a widening waistline? Are you having trouble sleeping? When you sleep, are you still tired the next morning? If you exercise, has it stopped making you stronger and leaner? Have you lost your sex drive, motivation, and your zest for life? Get into Cenogenics Denver and let us measure your metabolism, hormones, and physical fitness. and we'll get things working right again.
I'm so sure you'll become a fan and a friend of Dr. McCallan's if you do this one simple thing. Call her 720-387-3681. My word on it. She'll change your life. 720-387-3681.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. We do appreciate you for taking time out of your day and joining us for hours. Gosh, you know, we talk about fan bragging all the time here on the show, and we encourage people to use the hashtag fan brag. Call 855-FAN-BRAG 24/7 and leave a notice of who's getting it right in business. And then one of the things that we talk about is you can text a fan brag if you use the 1690 KDMT app, right? Mm-hmm. And the app is free. It's available at experiencepros.com/radio. You just take a look at that page right there and you just download it. If you've got an Android or an iPhone, it's seamless, it's easy, it's free, one-touch fan bragging. We received not one, not two, but 3 text fan brags through our app this week, and we thought we'd share them with you.
Oh, well, all of them?
Why not?
All righty.
Be quick and easy.
Okay.
All right. So, because that's the definition of a text, right? It's short, sweet, to the point. It's a 20-second kiss.
Okay.
No, it's not what you're thinking. Not locking lips. That's gross. Folks, we're talking about kindness is so simple. You say something nice. It takes 20 seconds to write a text, like this one. I'm fan bragging for ostrich baskets. Most creative and abundant gift baskets for personal and corporate gifts. You can contact them at ostrichbaskets.com. Quick, simple,
and simple,
easy.
Right?
Ostrichbaskets.com. Fantastic organization there. Fan bragging for Allison Dunning, the owner of Merrymakers and Decorators, the best balloon designer on the planet. She does unbelievable balloon designs and special occasions, and you can find her at, and I'm going to bring it up right here, makeitmerry.com. That's makeitmerry.com, or pick up the phone and call 970-631-0110. She can travel, so wherever you're hearing this, she can make her balloons where you are. And then finally, the third fan brag is fan bragging on Brooke Hangst with Madison and Company Properties. She's one of the top realtors in Denver and loves her clients. She is an expert at what she does and truly cares about getting her clients the best deals on their dream home. You can find more information about Brooke Hangst with Madison Properties at sellwithbrooke.com. And Brooke spells her name with a BROOKE. Sellwithbrooke.com.
Awesome. Awesome. Yep. You can text your fan brags in. You can write your stories in our Facebook group. I care about great service. I care about great service. Share it. Share that group with others.
Yes.
Right? Let's lift people up. Let's make a difference, because it really does. It does matter when you say something nice about somebody else in a business. Make sure you check out experienceprosdeals.com.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Experienceprosdeals.com, saving you 40 to 90%.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff on there, the vacations, the trips, like, okay.
Well, and
yes,
our
please.
Pro Pick of the Week, of course, is one of the Ostrich Baskets gift baskets, which is amazing.
They are amazing.
And at half price, you simply cannot do any better. Go now, race to see experienceprosdeals.com. Check on those Ostrich Baskets deals. Price range, whatever you want, and it's all half off.
All right, here's some ways that you can increase sales and make money with Instagram.
Instagram making money.
Right. It's the new thing, right? We're all migrated over, right? Over 500 million people are now using Instagram on a regular basis, and it's proven to be an incredibly powerful sales driver for large brands who have mastered the platform. Here's how you do it. Post regularly. Right? Feast or famine won't keep your fans interested in your content if you only post twice a week.
This is my downfall.
Yeah, is it?
It is.
Yeah, we hardly ever use this one.
Yeah.
Right? And I think you do. You almost kind of have to be addicted to the social media site that you're using.
In order for Instagram, I believe, in order to make money with Instagram, you have to be creative. You have to be intentional. You have to create photos that are captivating in one way or another, and it's not just to take a picture and send it up.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, she says in here, if you have an event or news that creates a ton of great Instagram content, spread out your post over a period of time so you don't use up all your awesomeness all at once.
That's good news for all of us.
Use creative and relative hashtags. Right? Hashtags are the big deal.
Yep.
Over there. If you're not using the right hashtags, you're missing out on a huge opportunity to be discovered. And don't just use hashtags. It's a smart way of categorizing images, but don't skip over the description. Your picture says 1,000 words, but the description you write can be used to expand on the story and dive deeper into the engagement you're building on with potential customers. They say that National Geographic is a pro at this, using their descriptions to complement the visual story behind being told in each posted image. Practice this tactic, and you'll keep fans on your posts longer and eager to see what you're going to say next.
Very smart.
Right? They say find your Instagram voice.
Your what?
Your voice. Right? For each social media site, your voice varies. It's not the exact same.
I absolutely agree with that.
They say that Audi is one of them that is totally killing it on Instagram. Also, simply adding your logo won't cut it. It actually turns people off. Your branding has to be defined by your image composition, the colors, topical relevance. It's worth investing in getting your Instagram style right. And now here's the thing. If you want to make money with Instagram,
I do.
You need a clear call to action, because what good is all the engagement in the world if you aren't using it to drive traffic to your website?
So hashtag give me all your money.
Give me all your money. Right? So we're not selling on the social media sites. We're using the sites where all the 500 million people are to attract them to our website, where we take them through our sales process.
Which is actually brilliant, folks, and here's why. The social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, Meetup, Twitter, you don't own them. Oh gosh, did I just say that out loud? We don't own those.
Mm-mm.
They could go away tomorrow, right?
Oh, how sad
what do we
would that
own?
be?
Well, I mean, what do we own?
None of it.
Our website.
Oh, yes.
We own our website. We own our website. So what you want to do is use those social sites with all the people on them to drive traffic to your website, which is what you own, and you can do all the selling you want over there.
Right. So make sure you have a clear call to action using a clickable link in your profile to drive traffic to different landing pages. Remember, it doesn't always have to be to your homepage. Drive them. They already kind of have a feel for who you are and what you are all about. You can use those links to drive to a specific landing page that is already they already know, like, and trust you, taking them through that sales process.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, time flies when you're having fun. We're having so much fun. Alton Brown just posted yesterday his love for hot dogs, and there's 40 different ways the world makes awesome hot dogs. I'll be doing research for tomorrow's show. On behalf of Bill, our producer, Mark, our videographer, Angel, myself, the whole crew that makes everything happen, and the great guests that we have on the show, we want to say thank you for making a difference. Go out and fan brag today, 855-FAN-BRAG.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk. This is the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact the Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or contact them on the web at experiencepros.com or on Facebook and Twitter at Experience Pros. If your customers love you, we want to know you. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
Arvada, Denver. We're all about money.